All right, guys, what is up? Stevie B here. Dynasty life looks like I'm all alone tonight, boys. But I got my check this in. It's Skywalker shirt, a little lifesaver. You can find that Schmitty selling that on Fantasy Football Show. You can check that out. But yeah, I got my shirt finally. Shirt finally came in. Um, but yeah, let's go over some of the games this week, and then any kind of questions and shit. Of course, trades, whatever y'all could hit me with. But I mean, I guess let's start with Thursday night's game, right? Ravens and Bucks. I mean, Tom Brady just I don't know. Just looks bad. I mean, Mike Evans was good, 6 for 123. Almost had a touchdown actually, back of the end zone. But I mean, Evans and Godwin just target hogging, both 11 targets. Fournette had 3 catches for 34 yards. Rashad White also 3 for 24. Julio actually had a couple catches and a touchdown. But he was like limping off already, like, even after just one catch. So gotta keep an eye on him. I mean, you shouldn't be starting him anyway, regardless. Probably should even be on waivers. It's too much to take that chance. But yeah, I mean Brady, 325, a touchdown. I mean, 26 of 44. I mean, just not great. Not great, and then they lose again. They're 3-5. I mean, when's the last time Brady was 3-5? But Baltimore comes away with the win. So Lamar, not a crazy day. I mean, 9 for 43 on the ground, 27 of 38, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns though. Isaiah Likely, 6 for 77 in the touch, filling in for Mark Andrews, who left the game early on 3 for 33. Um, Marcus Robinson with a team high 8 targets though, 6 for 64. Duvernay wound up getting a touchdown on a rush, 2 for 33 rushing with touchdown, and then added another 4 catches for 31 yards. So again, half point PPR, he had like 14 points. So Duvernay did his thing while Bateman wound up coming out. I mean, it's his first game back, and then winds up coming out. So Duvernay wound up doing decent, but yeah, Demarcus Robinson and then Isaiah Likely are the guys that come away with that one there. So yeah, they wound up taking that 27-22, but Lamar, I guess fairly decent game, not too crazy, but I mean, we got the next game, which is my team, the Vikings, of course. Cardinals at Minnesota. So yeah, Cardinals at Minnesota. We've got, Dalvin Cook coming off a decent performance. Let's see, where Dalvin Cook actually ranks now. So the last couple games he's had, he's vaulted. See where he's at in half PPR. So in half PPR, he's RB 15 right now. And don't forget, he's missed the game. He's came out of a game. And he is a touchdown away from being RB 11. So, Dalvin Cook is a touchdown away from being a top 12 running back. So that can change really, really quick. So, I mean, Dalvin, he's been playing well, and you've got, the Cardinals here. Kyler Murray hasn't done well really at all so far this year. Um, it's very underwhelming from what you really expected of him, especially, I mean, where is he here? He's QB7 right now. I guess you can kind of be decently happy that he has been playing like shit and he's still QB7 on the season, but he's only got 7 touchdown passes, which is crazy. He's got two rushing touchdowns as well, but I mean, 7 touchdown passes, that's not what we expected from Kyler Murray, especially where you drafted him, was pretty much, top 5 QB that was drafted. Um, let me know if y'all got Kyler Murray on your team, and how that is working out for you. Are you happy with it or not? I mean, just like Justin Herbert. I mean, Justin Herbert isn't giving us what we expected, but I mean, 12 touchdowns. I guess we just expected more. The offense is just not explosive. I mean, y'all tell me. I think we're definitely missing something, or Justin Herbert is missing something. Did they wind up and did they go and get a wide receiver? They could. I mean, I think they should. They probably are looking at wide receiver. I mean, you got Keenan Allen who's getting old. Mike Williams can never stay healthy, and then even when he is, he's hit or miss. So, of course, I'm gonna go with my Vikings on this. Marcos, what's up, Marcos? Thanks for tuning in, man. Half PPR Pollard, Pierce, Kamara, start. Oh, geez, that is rough, man. I mean, you can't really sit any of those guys right now. Obviously, Zeke is out, but I mean, if you've got Kamara, it's hard to not play. It's hard to not play Kamara. You know. Let me pull up his stats real quick. Yeah, I mean, yeah, last 3 games, I mean, the guy's giving you I mean, half PPR at least, what is that? 18, 18, 17. I mean, he's not only getting the rushes, but he's getting the catches, so you can't sit Kamara, you know? I mean, Pierce has been great, but, I mean, Kamara's doing this, and he didn't even score a touchdown, and he's giving you, like 18, 17, 18 points a game, half PPR, so I've gotta go with Kamara, I think easily, because if he gives you a touchdown, I mean, you're in the 25-point range. I mean, so I think Kamara is definitely the way to go there, even though, Pierce has been great and Pollard obviously will be the number 1 now with Zeke out. Yeah, you can't not play Kamara because you can't just not. He's not even scoring touchdowns and he's giving you solid play. So I'm going Kamara. Yeah, we got the Vikings there. Then we've got and don't forget Connor's out, so Benjamin will be in there. I think Darrell Williams is questionable for that game as well. So, but yeah, the Vikings should we really should come away with that one. We really should. But yeah, Broncos Jags. I think Russell Wilson is still questionable, but looks like he is going to be playing. You've got Judy, who's in trade talks right now. They had him at Newark Airport visiting the Giants, so that's a possibility that could happen. He can definitely get traded. It looks like they're looking to shop him. I mean, I know Green Bay is looking for somebody as well, so he can go anywhere. I expect that they are going to trade him. They are actively shopping him, so makes Sutton like an automatic, pretty much wide receiver 1. Yeah, and this one, I mean, they're both teams are 2 and 5. You've got the Jaguars. TN is finally the guy. I mean, Broncos just haven't been playing well, and Russ is just kind of coming back. So I'm gonna go with the Jags here as well. The Jags at home. Let's go ETN season. See what's going on there. Delusional, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you, bro. Thoughts on Ayuk? Funny you ask about Ayuk. I literally just traded this guy in Dynasty. Today. So I like Ayuk. I don't think he stays a 49er. If I'm not mistaken, his contract's up in 24, so he's got 1 more year. I love him this year with Jimmy G. I'm not so sure about next year when Trey Lance comes back. But I do expect him to have a change of scenery, whether he's traded or he just doesn't re-sign with them. Because I know with Debo there, it's kind of tough. Patrick, what up, brother? Yeah, I'm alone tonight. They both ditched me. But yeah, on Ayuk. So Ayuk was great in training camp. He looked really good. I mean, his body, everything. just playing really well. And my one of my like bold takes this year was that Ayuk would finish with more receiving yards than Debo. He have a better season receiving. So we'll see what happens there. Um, Brian, what up, my guy? Do I pick up Brady now that he's divorced? Yeah, I don't know, man. I've got Brady in a league. He's just on my bench, though. I mean, I don't know what to expect, bro. It's fucking rough, man. It's fucking rough, man. Real talk to your last stream was great. You helped me out, gained the sub. Yeah, man, no problem, Brian. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all y'all in here. All y'all have been with me for a little bit now, so I appreciate the little the little community we got going. And you guys are always welcome to chime in on shit. Whatever your take is, especially whatever people's writing in the chat. So you know, we do all this shit together. But yeah, Ayuk, my bad. Ayuk. So yeah, he was really well. I like him, and he's really young. So he's got that second contract where, like I said, he can go somewhere else or he can get traded. So I mean, he's probably, I don't know, maybe in like my top 30, I guess, maybe 35. I'd have to check, but somewhere around there for dynasty wide receivers. But that obviously can change. And again, like I said, I like him this year, but his value is very high right now. So if you can get rid of him for something, so I'll give you an example of what I did in my league. Actually, I made a few moves lately in Dynasty. So I wound up trading Cheetah before the season starts in Dynasty. Okay. I trade Cheetah for Javante Williams. Okay. We all know how that fucking turned out. Javante got hurt, right? So I take DK Metcalf and I trade DK for Ayuk and the 101, the worst team in the league. I get Ayuk and the 101 and I give DK Metcalf. Okay. And I'm happy about Ayuk. He has a couple good games, and now I make a bunch of moves. I trade Dalvin Cook and I trade Ertz for Kyle Pitts. I give a third for Chase Claypool. Before kind of all the rumors came out. What else did I get? And then I wound up trading Javante for Drake London. Straight up traded Javante for Drake London. Needed to just fucking rebuild. I'm sick of this running back shit. So anyway, I traded Ayuk and Tony Pollard for Hollywood Brown. And the reason why I did that is because Hollywood just has more value to people. I don't love Hollywood Brown, and I don't necessarily want him on my dynasty team, but I just think he holds more value, and I'm going to either flip him or wait till after the season and flip him. Um, because I can get some good value there. But yeah, I mean, if you've got Ayuk in dynasty, if you're a rebuilding team, I mean, you can hold them or you can actually give him up for somebody in need of a wide receiver. So I gave him up to the team that lost Hollywood Brown. They panicked, they lost him. The team with Jamar Chase, they may panic. They might need a wide receiver right now. So they might throw you a first. They'll throw you that late first for Ayuk. If you're gonna get a first for him, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, especially if it's a super flex, because that still gives you an opportunity to get, a top RB or wide receiver in super flex league. So yeah, I mean, I like Ayuk in Dynasty. I think he might move into my top 30. We'll see how he ends up doing the rest of this season. And then again, it all depends on what happens. If he gets another contract and he stays with San Francisco with Debo there, I think he'll always just be that wide receiver 3. I don't think he'll be anything really more than that. He'll have that wide receiver 2 upside in some weeks, but it's hard to determine what's going to happen in the future. So you can take advantage of what he is valued at right now and get rid of him and just cash out, because you could find the next Ayuk in the draft, or you can find the next Ayuk out there. That's what I think about there. Tell me what y'all think. Whoever's watching, let me know what y'all think about Ayuk. You can let me know even in redraft for this year or in Dynasty as well going forward. Let's see what everybody else thinks as well. Real talk. Oh, wait, why is this coming up again? Oh, not to get too deep. It's my first year as a fantasy player in a family league. Yeah, zero trading between any team makes me jealous to see other players on YouTube showing their trades. Yeah, man. I mean, when you're in a family one, especially with people that are not used to playing Dynasty, everybody pretty much treats it like a redraft league. So you can use that to your advantage and fucking just 8 to 10 oldies, all your fam, bro. You know, your mom, your grandma, whoever's in your league, bro. Um, but yeah, because you can right now, take advantage of any of those young guys that are not performing, right? St. Brown's been hurt. See if you can take advantage and get St. Brown. Swift, fucking Jamar Chase just gets hurt. Any of these guys, because people just treat it like redraft. They don't really understand the depth of it. And you can sneak away guys, especially guys that are hurt or guys that are not performing. Like I bought fucking Kyle Pitts for the low. I bought Drake London for a fucking, I gave up Javante, who's got one fucking knee, and we don't know what's gonna happen in the future. And we've seen, and that's a question mark. So, and we've seen, what happened to JK right now. He's hurt again, and he's getting surgery on that same fucking knee. So if you can get rid of Javante, if you have Javante, if you can get rid of him for, a mid first or anything fucking relevant to it, I'd do it. So some people might not agree with the Javante trade. They lean to the Javante side. I actually put a poll up on Instagram. More people like the Drake London side, but uh, yeah, some people like the Javante side, and I'm like, you know. I was happy with getting Drake London, and I have the 101 I have the 101, so I've got 3 firsts, and, I have the 101, so I'm gonna just replace him with fucking Bijan, so let's see what you got here, Brian. Trying to upgrade my wide receiver core. Lamb, AJ Brown, Kins, Olave, got too many running backs, and nobody seems to be interested. Wanna upgrade your receiving core, but you've got Lamb, AJ Brown, Pickens, and Olave. I mean, that is pretty good, especially dynasty. I mean, I know we're talking dynasty here for you. So yeah, I mean, that's great for dynasty. If you I don't really want to give I mean, if you can give up Pickens plus something and get another nice young top wide receiver. Maybe St. Brown, he's been hurt, right? He hasn't been playing. I don't know if you can give up Pickens and something else. I mean, I think you said it was a family league, so they're probably not really going to be interested in George Pickens. So it's kind of rough. You got to see, what they value, what people value in your league, because nobody's going to value their picks. It always happens in startups where people who haven't played Dynasty, they don't value their picks. They're willing to trade them away easily, and they all want guys that are producing. Doesn't matter if they're young, doesn't matter if they're old. So you can take advantage and grab all the fucking young talent that you can early while they're not doing as well, and people don't really care for them as much because they're not putting up points. So I mean, you're great, and Lamb, AJ Brown, and Olave are the perfect 3. I wouldn't trade those guys for anything. And then you've got George Pickens as your wide receiver 4 or flex. I don't know, depending on how your league is set up, but that's great too. I mean, going forward, he's gonna be great. I mean, we've seen what he can do already. You've got too many RBs. Nobody seems interested. Roster, my roster's. Oh, this is delusional. My bad. I thought. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I said, Brian, you're in good shape. I mean, you have nothing to worry about. And now other teams might have older players and you might be losing right now, but you've got a great team. Don't let that discourage you. Even if you lose in the first year, bro, so what, bro? Get the fucking 101. Get that high draft pick where you can get a dominant guy. I mean, you want in Dynasty, you want to, that's why it's called Dynasty. You want to create a dynasty. You want to, build a team that can last you a long time while everybody else is worried about winning the championship and getting all these older guys that put up points. You take advantage of those younger guys and you open your window, from that 2, 3 year window to fucking 5 to 7 to 8 year window with some of these real younger guys. So, take advantage while you can, Brian, especially in a family league where, they're not going to know exactly what they're doing yet. My roster is full of younger assets that aren't performing or are injured, like Brees, DK, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Deontay Swift, and I'm sitting at 3 and 4. Yeah, man. I mean, look, you're sitting at 3 and 4. You've got a great team. Fucking London hasn't done squat. Johnson hasn't done squat. Swift has been injured, and you're still 3 and 4, bro. So, you're going to make the playoffs most likely. I mean, Brees losing Brees kind of sucks, but listen, you've got great young assets, so I have a good super flex QB with Lamar, Watson, and Tila, bro. You're killing it, bro. You've got a great team and other descending performing guys like Higgins. You've got Higgins and CD, bro. You've got a fucking squad, dude. It's a squad, and you've got Drake London, Deontay Johnson, bro, and Pitts, dude. You have all like the guys that you want. You have all your 23 picks, but none of significance in 24 or 25, bro. You've got a squad, dude. What do I do? I don't have many older assets I want to move, but don't have the draft capital to rebuild either. Feel stuck, just ride it out. Hopefully, situations change. Bro, yes, you just ride it out. You've got all the young guys that you want on your fucking squad, bro. So you're set, man, dude. I love the team. You're gonna be set to win for years. So, being that you don't have anything, in 24 or 25, like that's okay. It doesn't mean you've got to sell something to get picks. You don't necessarily need to. Um, so you're absolutely fine there, Do you want to get rid of Deontay Johnson right now? Do you want to punt the year, get rid of Deontay Johnson right now? See if somebody will give up a first round, you know? I'll take if you can get a first for Deontay, I'd do that. I mean, DK's hurt right now, so he can't give you any points. So, I mean, London and Pitts haven't done squat. So, um, Swift, I don't know. Do you trade Swift? I mean, if you want to get the points off and get the better pick, I mean, you can easily replace Swift with fucking Bijan or Gibbs next year if you can get a top pick. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you don't got older assets. That means you drafted correctly or you've made the correct move. So you're in perfect position to sit tight now and just ride this shit out. You've done the work that you've needed to do. Like I said, whether it was drafting or whether you were trading for certain guys, bro, you're doing awesome, dude. I mean, Higgins, CD, I mean, these guys are gonna be top 5 wide receiver ones for the next fucking 7 years, bro, until they're like 30, 31 years old. I'd probably get rid of them at like 28 just so you can cash out like on the maximum value. But even still, that's giving you what, 5 years, 6 years with these guys. These guys are what, 22, 23. So, and these guys might be even greater for longer. Maybe you can hold them till they're 29. It just all depends on how people, you know, value these players when they're older. When they're playing Dynasty. So you've got to just know your league a little bit. But yeah, bro, you're set, dude. I mean, I love who you have. You set it up perfect, bro. Lamar, Watson, and then you've got T-Law. I mean, Higgins, CD, Brees, DK, Kyle Pitts. Now, Brees is okay. Brees's injury wasn't as bad as Javante or JK. So Brees has a good opportunity to come back like early next year, for the season. So you can hold on to Brees. Unless, like I said, unless somebody's willing to give you like the fucking 101, then maybe. But otherwise, you can just hold Brees. First year playing Dynasty, I'm trying to learn if I'm doing it right. I completely built this team from the ground up, very different than my startup. Work hard to build it, bro. Absolutely. Listen, you know, I- everybody, it's just a constant turn. You're just turning and turning and turning. Like I just told you, all the trades like that I made, and I got incredibly younger. And I feel so much better about it. I have no running backs, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just draft the running backs in the draft. Or if I have to buy, an aging running back to kind of take me over. But I'm set to compete pretty much next year. Hoping anyway. But yeah, man, it's just a constant churn, man. I was telling somebody earlier, like, it doesn't matter if you don't like some of the players that you're getting in return. You don't have to stay with those players. You can take what you get in the trade and then turn that into something else, bro. So you're just trading value for value. Like the players are just currency, and you just need to trade them to people that need a certain thing. Like this week, I mean, the guy that has Hollywood Brown in my dynasty league, he lost last week, and now this week he's panicking because he doesn't have a wide receiver, and he wants to stay in first place. He wants to get the bye, and I was willing to. He asked me for Ayuk and Pollard, and I was like, "Here you fucking go. Give me Hollywood and a third." And I got Hollywood and a third for Ayuk and Pollard. All because this guy started just panicking, and this is a guy that he sends out trades and then he'll just delete them because he knows how dumb it is after a few minutes. So when I seen it, I was like throwing a third and you've got a deal. He sent it. I fucking just hit accept. So you got to just take advantage of certain players in your league as well. Depending how they are. So and especially if you're in a beginning league, if you're in a beginning startup dynasty, first year in or second year in, like I said, most people don't really know exactly what they're doing. So you can get away with stealing some of these younger guys that don't perform good in any given week. So, go steal the Londons, go steal the Pitts, go steal, the St. Browns, the DeAndre Swifts, go steal those guys because they're not performing, you know? Jason, what up, my guy? Oh, my team is hurt basically. I don't remember your team, Jason, but that sucks. I mean, yeah, I've got injuries too. I don't remember. I think you're talking redraft, but yeah, I mean, it happens, bro. There's been a fucking lot of injuries lately. Mike Williams goes down. I mean, there's just a ton of guys. Zeke is down now, so Pollard's a great play, or you could trade him, grab somebody for him, but. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of injuries lately, especially to fucking running backs. I mean, it's upsetting. Javante, Brees. I mean, it sucks. So especially in Dynasty, I'm like, we've shifted in Dynasty to, just straight out grab receivers, especially in these leagues where you're starting 10, starting 11, where you've got multiple, if you can start fucking five, six receivers, I mean, stock up on these young receivers, this elite talent, because you're gonna fucking wreck the league for a long time. And those RBs you can just draft, or you can trade for some of those older guys, but you can just flex out, like the RB2 is just like a flex. You're turning that into a flex and you're just mixing in different guys or both of your RBs. Like I said, if you can start six wide receivers, I mean, it's a huge advantage if you're dominating all of those, all those flex spots. Yeah, Hall, I mean, and then Chase as well. Chase was a big one, so Boyd is becomes extremely important. Tyler Higgins becomes extremely important. Um, and Chase has got a tough injury at tore his labrum as well, so there's no guarantee that he's back in that time. Like they're gonna have to reassess it when that time comes. Um, comes an A-Rod or questionable. Yeah, yeah, I saw that as well, Jay. But yeah, I mean, listen, this is the time of the season where, and people love to boast when you get out to that 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 start. But it's not until after where shit starts coming into play, where the bye weeks start coming in, where the injuries start piling up. So if you're in a position where you're losing or you've got a losing record, like it's not over. All you've got to do is make the playoffs. And we know that anything can happen once you get into the playoffs. All you gotta do is slide into that 6 slot, most of them is 6, unless you're in a 10-team league, maybe it's 4, I don't know, but, if you can just slide into that 6th slot or 5th slot, I mean, you're good. You just gotta get in because a lot of the times it's, you've got injuries and shit, and your team is actually a lot better than its record, and so all you need to do is just get in. Don't be discouraged, and don't give up if you're, not in a playoff spot, right just yet because some of those top teams are gonna crumble. They're not real top teams. Delusional with my team. You just pretty much saw it. Should I use my first to buy someone or draft an RB? Seems like my position of need only having Brees Swift and Jamal Will and Monty. Yeah, bro, you're okay at running back where you don't need to go out and spend your first. Don't do that. Um, unless you can get a young guy. I mean, it's not worth it to spend your first on that. Got some good receivers in play where, you're okay. Like I said, if you don't win this year, it's fine, dude. You're gonna get a better pick and you're gonna get a better player. So so yeah, I wouldn't go and spend the first really. You'd probably have to buy, older guy. I don't want you to do that. If you've got a young team, I don't know that it's necessary, even though you lose Brees. Then again, like I said, it depends what you can get for it, you know? It really does. But saying that, if you wanna try and upgrade or have somebody handy, I mean, you're fine with playing, Swift, J. Will, and Monty, but, I mean, well, can you look at some of the bad teams? Is there like a Kareem Hunt or something like that where you can go and buy and hope that their situation changes? But yeah, you're not in like a rush to go get anything. And listen, you got to be careful with RBs. I put out a video on Instagram if you haven't seen. It's all about like draft capital and RBs. I'm actually planning to do that video Sunday and post it, but a longer one to go more in detail. But as far as running backs, especially in Dynasty, do not spend a ton to get these running backs. Okay, they don't last long, and they have a higher probability of getting injured. And these star running backs are drafted in the first and second round of the NFL draft. Okay. Um, do I have this? Hold on. I might even have it here. Maybe I don't. I got a few things. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can pull this up for y'all so you can see this. Uh, All right, check this out. See if I can zoom in on this. All right. RBs, okay? RB1, top 12 production, okay? 85% of the peak seasons are from players the age of 22 to 28. So you do not want these older running backs, okay? 68% of the elite seasons, which is 250 PPR points plus, okay, are between the ages of 23 to 26, and 87% take place prior to age 29. So in Dynasty, you want to get out on these guys at like age 27, right? So a lot of guys are in their 27 season right now. There's a few. I mean, it's crazy. Here we go. There's another one. Let me pull up this one for y'all. So y'all can see one more thing because he's running. You got to just be careful. You don't want to spend up on these running backs. Just go get wide receivers and then take chances on running backs in the draft. This is where they fucking peak at. Okay, check this out. Okay, so this is the last 10 years. Okay, peak seasons at running back. Look at the age here. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then you've got a huge decline of these peak seasons after the age of 25. And there's a drop off. And that's just history. That's everything telling us that. So, you just definitely have to be careful, with these RBs. Trade these RBs for wide receivers. Stock up on your young wide receivers and elite wide receivers, and then worry about going to get your running backs. I think there was something else. But yeah, I'm not opposed to trading RB. The only like I have no RBs. I have Melvin Gordon and Latavius Murray on my RBs right now in Dynasty. But I'm not trying to win either. So like I said, I traded away Pollard and Ayuk. So now I'm trying to get a better pick next year. So I don't care. Next year, or I'll worry about getting running backs next year. Once we see what's happening at a training camp, I'm just pick up a bunch of backup RBs and then hope somebody gets hurt, or I use those guys to trade, or I'll worry about the RB next year when I actually have to put a team out when I'm trying to win. So, 16-person league, damn, 10 teams make it. Shit. Yeah, AJ Dillon you can get for cheap. Absolutely. Jones might be gone next year, so he'll be your RB1 next year. Yeah, I mean, listen, Dillon hasn't been great this year. he really hasn't. But again, Aaron Jones, I don't think is there next year. They're gonna, get rid of him, save money on the cap, and then you've got just AJ Dillon. But do they believe in AJ Dillon as just the workhorse, or will they go out and draft somebody? That is the problem with that. Are they just going to draft somebody and then, same thing with Damian Pierce, guys, in Dynasty? Listen, he's great for this year. He's great, but he was what, a fourth round draft pick. I mean, do we really think they're gonna go into next year with Rex Burkhead again? I mean, no, they're gonna get somebody, and it's gonna be split. Right now, he's great, and it's a great opportunity to get rid of Dameon Pierce if you are not competing for a championship right now. He's valued very high at the moment, but he won't be next year when they draft a guy or bring in another guy. Like fucking Kareem Hunt or some shit. So you just got to be careful, bro. That shit is rough. You don't know what's going to happen. If they're not drafted in that first or second round of the NFL draft, there's no guarantee that they're going to be the guy for seasons to come. So, what am I looking for? Here it is. Brees made me fearful of spending up on RBs. I'll just draft one with DK and Brees out now. I may start losing and have a chance at BJ. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Delusional. That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. Don't worry about the winning this year. It's not a big deal to not win. You want, like I said, you want to set up a actual dynasty. You want to dominate teams eventually. Um, and you need to do that by building and taking advantage of all these other people that, you got Drake London on your team and he's not producing. I mean, people are willing to just give him away for nothing because they don't understand dynasty. They don't understand how it works. That it takes a little bit for these players to get something, man. It takes, for Atlanta to get a QB. They're not going into next year with fucking Mariota and Ritter. They're not. They're definitely not. So yeah, don't go out and buy RBs, especially young RBs. Depending what you can pay for them, just don't. You either draft RBs. The best way to go is either draft RBs with your first round picks, or you go out and trade for older guys and you spend cheap. If you definitely have a squad and you definitely have a late first, I don't you can go out and spend and get some kind of older back if you need to. But most of the time you could even spend a second because nobody's willing to spend the first. It all depends on the value in your league, how people value certain guys. So he's solid. He's a power back. If the Packers draft Atlanta, it will be late fifth round. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, we thought fucking Michael Carter was great when he played for the Jets. I mean, everybody went out and bought Michael Carter or spent money on Michael Carter, and then boom, they went out and drafted Brees Hall. I mean, you got the same thing with Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson. I mean, guys were playing well. 49ers didn't need CMC, but they fucking go out and get CMC, and now they just kick Mitchell to the curb and kick Jeff Wilson to the curb because the team didn't invest in those guys. That's a fifth round pick and an undrafted guy. They didn't invest in those guys. They kicked them to the curb for these young premier elite athletes in the draft. Not only because of how good they are, but the excitement they bring to the team and the fans and the money that they bring to the team with the revenue and the jerseys and filling the seats and all that shit. So all that shit matters. And I'm trying to find what I had. Oh, here it is. Let me save this and bring this. Oh, damn, fuck this up. Brees, yeah, Brees made me fearful. He's solid. He's a power back. Yeah, we saw that. Okay, yeah. My bad, guys. I want to bring this up on the screen for you so you can understand about running backs because this is a video that I'm gonna do and go into more detail with. But since we're kind of talking about it right now, I'm just gonna show you. I just gotta fix this bullshit real quick. But it's basically just a little chart that I put together. Not even a chart. It's a little fucking graphic that shows you all of the top running backs in the NFL this year and also in the past few years, and what round they were drafted in the NFL draft. So you can get an idea of why you want to just draft these guys or spend money on the guys that were only drafted in these first or second rounds and not these people that were not drafted in these top rounds. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Uh, All right, boom. When you look at it, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, you're right. That's true." All right, check this out real quick. So these are all the guys that were drafted in the first. These are 18 guys right here. Okay, Saquon, CMC, Jacobs, Najee, Etienne, Zeke, all drafted in the first round. Second round, Henry, Mixon, Swift, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, JT, all drafted in the second round of the NFL draft. Third round of the NFL draft, Lenny, Monty, and Kamara. Fourth round of the NFL draft, Pierce. Fifth round, Aaron Jones. Undrafted free agent, Eckler. 12 of 18 of these guys were drafted in the first or second round. And these are the top running backs in the NFL this year and also, in the last few years. Okay. 15 of 18 of these guys were chosen through round 1 through 3. That leaves you a 17% chance that they're going to be the main running back on their team. And, in Dynasty, we're playing the percentages, and we're playing the opportunities. And if you're drafted in the first or second round, they give you multiple, multiple opportunities. They think fucking Sam Darnold is still around nowadays because he was drafted in the first round. They're always gonna get an opportunity, those guys, always. And that's just the way that the NFL works. It doesn't matter if the other running back is better. It doesn't matter how good you do. That's why Pierce is scary because he might not finish as a top 12 back this year, or maybe he even does. And next year, there's no telling if in the second round, fucking Bijan is just sitting there. The fans, the money that they're gonna make by drafting Bijan, there's no reason why they wouldn't. So you just have to be careful. Isaiah Pacheco, I mean, they're saying he's the starting running back now for the Chiefs. Be careful. Don't go and buy him. They're gonna just go and draft somebody next year. The Bills, they're gonna just draft somebody. The Eagles, they're gonna draft somebody, or they're gonna buy somebody. I mean, I know Kamara right now. The Eagles are looking at Kamara. So all these teams, the Rams. I just sold Kyron Williams. I sold Kyron Williams in a dynasty league for a 2024 first round pick. Some idiot gave me a first round pick. I won't say who it is, but they gave me a first round pick for Kyron Williams, who I picked up off of waivers in a dynasty league like 4 weeks ago, knowing that he would get the opportunity. And they're trying to go out and get CMC. So they're telling you right there what they feel about Kyron Williams. And he's like a fifth round draft pick. Like I said, if it's not the first or second round, it's not a guarantee. Even in the third round is shaky. But you can see where these top RBs come from. They come from the first or second round of the NFL draft. Those are the guys that you want to spend on. Those are the guys that you want to get. Um, so yeah, just wanted to throw that out there for you guys. I'll put a detailed video. I'm gonna do it on Sunday, I think. Yeah, I dropped Wilson and Brees. You dropped Wilson. Dropped who? Russell Wilson and got hurt. So, no, don't drop Wilson, bro. Don't drop Wilson. He's in trade talks right now. Teams are asking about Jeff Wilson. Don't drop Wilson. Brees got hurt, so my true running backs are not playing. Yeah, don't drop Wilson, bro. Go pick him up because he's in trade talks right now, and he can be moved. Also, what up, brother? Saquon and AJ Brown for Cheetah, Swift, and Pierce. Saquon and AJ Brown for Hill, Swift, and Pierce. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm taking the upside of Swift. I'm taking Pierce. I'm taking Cheetah, and I'm running for it. Go and do that. Outsole. You've got my approval there. Go hit that shit up. Good shit. Jason, I have Gus and Murray as my two running backs right now. Is this redraft, Jason? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Chaotic. Chaotic says he wouldn't. I mean, chaotic. Jason says he wouldn't accept that. Jason, you don't want the Hill, Swift, and Pierce side. You'd rather the Saquon and AJ Brown. I'm just trying to see if, yeah, you're going with that there. Just making sure. But yeah, I would. I'd rather take Hill, Swift, and Pierce. I mean, you could even sell those guys for fucking whatever you want, even more. So even if you don't keep them, you can use them as chips to trade. My bad. Zachary, what's up, Zachary? Make sure you're subscribed if you're not. I think you look familiar. Though. Appreciate you coming in. Do I start Curtis Samuel or Brian Robinson this week at my flex? Hmm. Dotson is out, so I think I like Curtis Samuel. Brian Robinson, I don't like. I don't like Brian Robinson. I mean, this guy was a 5-year college player. He had some great running backs in front of him, but didn't start until the last year. And he's just not really explosive. I mean, third round pick. I don't have faith in him. They can go and draft somebody easily. On top of that, Antonio Gibson is just a better player. He's a better back. I can see that. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Brian Robinson. So yeah, I'm gonna go Curtis Samuel on this, especially in Dynasty, guys. Brian Robinson's a perfect example. Do not go and spend on Brian Robinson. Do not. If you have him, trade him now while he's very valuable. Getting Saquon. Oh no, 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 no. Don't get Saquon and AJ Brown for Hill Swift and Pierce. No, no, don't do that, Outsole. My bad if I mistaken what you were saying. I thought you were saying you were giving up Saquon and AJ for Hill, Swift, and Pierce. So in that case, I was saying yes, go do it. Do not give up Saquon. I mean, yeah, do not give up Hill, Swift, and Pierce for Saquon. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Um, you're getting Saquon side. No, you don't want the Saquon side, bro. I have Lenny Saquon. What? I would have Lenny Saquon Adams. No, no, don't do it. You'd much rather have Pierce and Swift and Cheetah. Would much rather have that than just Saquon and AJ Brown. Do not do that, bro. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't let them 8 to 10 on you, bro. Thought you were trading them. Jason, no, what are you saying, bro? Am I lost here? Are we on the same page? Are you telling me that you guys would rather have Saquon and AJ Brown? You'd rather have those two guys than Pierce, Swift, and Cheetah. You'd rather have Saquon and AJ than Cheetah, Swift, and Pierce? I don't agree with that. I'd much rather have Cheetah, Swift, and Pierce. But I mean, if you like it that way, I mean, shit, to each their own. But yeah, I'm not giving up all that. Nah, definitely not. We know what y'all think. Definitely not. Um, I was Yeah, Kevin says, "Give me Hill, Swift, and Pierce all day." Exactly, Kev. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm missing here. I don't know if they're misinterpreting it or not, but it's so easy. Either Swift and Pierce, absolutely all day, over AJ Brown and Saquon. I don't know where y'all at, but thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you joining me there. Yeah, guys, let me know. Were y'all serious? Are y'all really like Saquon and AJ Brown side on that? Yeah, you better nah, yeah. You want Cheetah, Swift, and Pierce, trust me. There's no reason why you wouldn't want that. But Panthers, Falcons. I mean, Falcons draft 2 guys in the top 10 2 years in a row, Drake London and Kyle Pitts, and they don't throw them the ball. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it either, guys. I don't know. Swift is hurt all the time. Yeah, but you know what? He's not hurt right now, Jason, and we've seen what he can do when he's not hurt. 30 fucking points the first week or whatever it was. And then he was hurt and still put up like 20. And then he was hurt again and still put up like 15. And he barely played. He touched the ball like 7, 10 times when he was hurt. And he still scored touchdowns and still put up points. Bro, do not give up Swift. If you're gonna give up Swift, go just give up Swift and go get something. Don't trade all of that away to get AJ Brown and Saquon. No. Swift is going to win you the league right now. If you don't have Swift on your team, go and get Swift on your team. That's what I would tell you is to go buy low on Swift right now and redraft. Go buy low on Swift. That's what I'd tell you. Go buy low. Don't worry that Swift was hurt. Who cares? The injury is done. He should be fine now. Okay, take the chance. That's what happens when if you want to win, you want the guy that could score you 30 points, bro. Pierce is not giving you. It's not going to average 30 points, bro. Mean, not Pierce. What am I saying? I'm thinking of the wrong fucking trade now. Um, Yeah, Swift and Pierce together are great, and then again, bro, if Swift is hurt, you still got Pierce and fucking Lenny, so you're still good, even if Swift is hurt. You'd rather have that in the chamber, bro, because once it gets down to it, I mean, Swift is catching the ball and throwing the ball, bro. He's 100 yards like a game, like easy. The guy without even trying, with a few touches. Even with Jamal Williams scoring a bunch of touchdowns, he's still. So yeah, don't give up on Swift, bro. Like I said, if you did want to trade Swift, fine, but do not make that trade. Go trade Swift for something else if you can. But yeah, Falcons. I mean, down a ton last game, and then Mariota still only threw the ball 13 times, which is just pathetic, and I don't understand. But hopefully they just draft a QB, or wind up going out and get one. Playing the Panthers, PJ trying to do his thing. DJ Moore looked decent last game. They finally decide to try and get him the ball. I think maybe the Panthers come away with it. I mean, maybe they excited last game, obviously. And they're coming off something big. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers in this game. I have no faith in the Falcons. I don't understand what they're doing, but Bears Cowboys. I'm easily going Cowboys on this. Dak is finally back. Hopefully he can get back into form. He didn't play bad last game. He just didn't play good. He played very Cooper Rushish. Just very okay. Nothing big, just enough to win. Didn't turn the ball over. So I'm hoping he can get some shots into CD there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And of course Zeke is out, so that puts Pollard in there. So if you have Pollard, you're playing Pollard. If you have Pollard in Dynasty, good time to trade him if you can. Not sure what's going to happen next year. I don't know if Zeke comes back next year. I don't know if they get rid of him to save on the cap, and whether they just roll with Pollard or wind up drafting somebody. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know they love Pollard there, so it's tough to say whether he's going to be valuable going forward or not. Um, but again, running backs, their situations, it changes year to year. That's why it's important to not spend on these guys in Dynasty. Okay. You can't spend on them. Their situations change too fucking much. It's like a year to year thing almost. Go get the wide receivers where their situations aren't changing as much, or if they've got the elite QB. I mean, those are the guys you want to get, right? The Chases, the Burrows. Um, Keenan. I mean, I was gonna say Keenan Allen. Justin Herbert doesn't have that young gun guy to go to yet, so I wouldn't be surprised if they make a move for somebody or draft somebody early. So honestly, I had a mind blank. He was talking about Hill on the Dolphins. Yeah, Hill on the Dolphins. What were you thinking? Justice Hill, maybe? Bro, and if he was, I mean, no, then you're not gonna obviously fucking do that. But yeah, if he's getting Cheetah, I mean, maybe I read it wrong. Maybe it's not Cheetah. I think it's Cheetah. Giving up Swift and Pierce and getting Saquon and AJ. I think it's got to be Cheetah. So yeah, but yeah, Cheetah. No, yeah, like I said, yeah, we're definitely going to Cheetah Swift and Pierce on that. All good, Jay. All good. All good. Any start sits y'all got, or any trades y'all shaking up? Let me know. I'll let you know what I think. Oh, Taysom Hill. No, I mean, listen, if you've got Taysom Hill in redraft, you just play him every week in the tight end slot. I mean, he's going to give you the same floor as any other tight end, and his ceiling is massively bigger than any other tight end, except obviously than like the Andrews and the Kelseys out there. So, but nice little cheat code for now. I'm sure they'll fucking change that shit next year, probably. Put him back as a RB. I mean, he's just a nothing. Like he's just in everything. RB, QB, fucking wide receiver. I mean, tight end apparently. I catches like one pass all season, but he's still somehow considered a tight end in all formats. I don't know how the fuck that works, but anyway, Bears. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They need to get the ball to Mooney. Monty's back, but apparently they're trying to give the ball to Herbert more as well. So who the fuck knows what's going on there? Not happy about any of those guys. And I forgot who had Monty in Dynasty. Get rid of Monty like yesterday, bro. Um, I remember correctly. Somebody had Monty, I think. Yeah, delusional. If you're still out there, you said you had Monty on your Dynasty team. You think you said you were competing for the ship, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you need to get rid of Monty like fucking yesterday, dude. You trade for Claypool, Jason. Are you talking about Dynasty or redraft? Just be specific, just because we were on a Dynasty fucking rant for a while there. My bad, guys. Let me know if I mean even still. I mean, listen, in Dynasty, I was able to get him for a third, but that was like before any of the news came out. Just because I knew, Pickens was there. I mean, in Dynasty, sometimes I like to search for those guys that have their contracts coming up the year before, or have one more year on their contract, or guys that can have a change of scenery, or guys that have had you know a great season, and then obviously there's no more Big Ben there, so we draft. Yeah, I mean, is he like on waivers? I don't think you'd need to spend much. I mean, it just depends what you got to spend, bro. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go get him, but if you can get him, I mean, for something cheap, I mean, then yeah, he's worth a chance to take. But I'm not gonna like go out of my way or give up somebody that I need or is playing decently well for Claypool because you don't know what's gonna happen, and you pretty much got to make that move like now. What isn't the deadline like Sunday, I guess, or Monday? I mean, I don't even know. Tuesday, who the fuck knows? But yeah, I'm not going out my way to get him, but Dylan is the price. Yeah, who the fuck is Dylan? Well, no. You see, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. The reason why I wouldn't is because if Aaron Jones gets hurt, Dylan is the man. There's not really a situation where Claypool is the absolute man. I mean, unless he goes to the Packers. But again, you're wishing and praying. There's probably a better chance that Aaron Jones gets hurt and Dylan is the man than there is that Claypool goes to the Packers and becomes the number one for Aaron Rodgers. So it's probably what I say about that. So it's tough because the thing is, Pittsburgh, they don't have to trade him yet. I think Claypool has one more year. I think he's got one more year, if I'm not mistaken. See if I can look that up real quick. Seriously. Let's see. Yeah, the end of the 2023 season. Oh yeah, he's got next season. He's got one more season. So they don't necessarily have to trade him now. They could wait until the off season. So listen, I want the Packers to get him too, honestly. I really, really do. And I think they said the Steelers are asking, they're just asking for a second round pick. Um, I'm saying they're just asking. I mean, that is a lot, obviously, in the NFL, but Brees Halls and shit are getting drafted in the second round, Kenneth Walker's. But I think the Packers are most likely team. Yeah, I mean, listen, Packers should have got somebody already. They should have drafted somebody better than fucking Christian Watson, or earlier than they did draft Christian Watson. They should have fucking got Pickens, but that is besides the point, or anybody before that. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't. The Packers have yet to make a move in years, years, and years. They haven't made a move to get a wide receiver for another wide receiver for Aaron. So I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. I'd rather hold on to Dylan and hope that Aaron Jones gets hurt than pray that Claypool gets traded to the Packers. Yeah, I know they do. I know they do. But their asking price is the second round pick, and some teams are reluctant to give a second round pick, like the fucking Packers. They're like, "Oh, why would we do that if we can just draft a wide receiver next year with our pick instead of getting Claypool and then have to sign him to a contract after next year?" So, you know, um, the Packers didn't want to pay Devontae Adams at that. I mean, it's tough. There's so many things that go into it, so I don't know. I really don't. But then again, there was word that the Packers wanted to get a wide receiver that was still on the rookie contract. So Claypool fits that. Judy fits that. I've heard a lot about the Giants and Judy. So I don't know, especially after they just traded Tony. So Judy's definitely a possibility to the Giants, which I don't know if I love with Daniel Jones. I don't know. I don't like any part of the receiving core over there. Who's a solid and will be a great wide receiver when he gets smarter. Yeah, I mean, the problem with that in Dynasty is that how long is Aaron Rodgers gonna play? Because Aaron Rodgers is pretty much year to year. So, I mean, if this guy plays for another year or 2 years, I mean, what is Dubes really worth after that? When fucking Jordan Love is the QB or some other dude is the QB. I mean, no, Dubes is a nice, young, kinda big guy. Aaron Rodgers looks for him on the deep ball a lot. It seems like that's more of his thing than, getting inside on the field, so I don't know what's gonna after that, I don't know how valuable he is or that I want him after that. So, if you've got Dubes in Dynasty, I mean, he's a good guy to get rid of or trade right now while his value is up, definitely, because I don't know if I believe in it or I'm willing to take that risk long term. I'd rather just fucking cash out for a second, um, or something like that and get a chance on somebody else. It's not like a Deontay Johnson, Stephon Diggs, Olave, where they're great, like, on this route running. I mean, it seems like some of more of these route running guys are the guys that wound up making it out and shit. Why you think it makes sense to make Claypool now. I mean, look, listen, if you wanna pray that he goes to the Packers, then go ahead. I forgot, Jay, if you're talking about dynasty or, redraft. If you're talking about redraft, then, no, like I said, I don't wanna give up Dylan. I mean, even dynasty, no, I don't wanna give up Dylan, really, Claypool. I mean probably want to get more in return, especially since he's not traded yet, if it's dynasty anyway. Um, again, I'm not sold that they're just gonna fucking give Dylan, 20, 25 carries next year every game. Don't know. I don't know if I want to take that bet. Let me get back. Where were we at? All right, so Dolphins Lions. This is a tough one. Dolphins been playing well. Dolphins been playing real well. Lions get back Swift. They get back Amon Ra. Hopefully Amon Ra plays anyway. But the Dolphins just been playing too good. It's hard for me to go against them right now. Tua's been balling out. You've got Cheetah and Waddle who've been absolutely balling out. Lions defense is shit as well. So we're gonna go with the Dolphins here, but excited for Swift to come back. Definitely excited for Swift to come back. Well, St. Brown, hopefully. I mean, because they said he didn't even get knocked out. They said it's just a new protocol, which is just bullshit, especially if they know for a fact he wasn't concussed or knocked out. Why he still has to go through that is just ridiculous. But they're trying to prevent another Tua, so I guess that's that. Mostert's been a monster. He's been getting a shit ton of work. Chase Edmonds pretty much is phased out now. So, um, if y'all weren't here when I first started, check out the Kenneth Skywalker shirt, all right, with the little fucking lifesaver. Find that from Schmitty on the I think fantasyfootballshow.com. He sells them on there. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I gotta go with the Dolphins here. I gotta go with the Dolphins. Like I said, Mostert's been killing it. They've been handing him the ball. So Chase Edmonds is pretty much phased out. this point. Jay says I'm drunk as fuck, so I'm not making any moves till I sober up. To be honest, listen, write all your thoughts down. Write down the trades that you think because listen, sometimes the best thoughts are when you're not sober. Okay, I'm a smoker, not a drinker, but yeah. So yeah, just write your shit down, bro. Oh, so here's the new trade. All right, let me hear it. Don't give me no bullshit that you just pulled before, because you're not gonna get 8 to 10. We 8 to 10 people out, so we don't get 8 to 10. Hill, Swift, and Pierce. Why are you keep fucking trying to give up Hill, Swift, and Pierce, bro? Saquon, Olave, Foreman, and Schultz. No, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You're getting me upset, bro. You're getting me upset, outsole. This is not what we do. This is not what we do, bro. You're not trading Hill, Swift, and Pierce for Saquon, Olave, Foreman, and fucking Schultz. No, we're not doing it, bro. We're not doing it. If you don't want Swift, like I said, go for somebody. Just trade Swift for something. Don't don't do this. Don't do this. You're killing yourself. Stop trying to get Saquon. I know you must love Saquon, but just stop. No, you don't need to do that. Guys, let me know what let me know what y'all think in here. Um, see it. You don't gotta keep blowing it, dog. Um, I got you. Don't make me fucking go on another rant, bro. Don't get me upset. You traded Debo and Connor and Dylan. You traded Debo, Connor, and Dylan for Olave and Waddle. Win. Fucking ding, ding, ding. You fucking won, Ravi. Now stop fucking throwing it in times, but you won it. Okay, I'll give you it. But yeah, that's good shit, Ravi. That's good shit. I like that trade. Nerve to stay healthy. Dylan has done nothing. So yeah, I'll take Olave and Waddle all day over Debo. I like it, Robbie. Thanks. Jay said, nah, that's worse than the last one. That's what I'm saying, Jay. What the fuck? Like, what is going on here? Um, what is going on? Also, are you all right, bro? Are you drunk right now too? Is that your problem? Are you drinking with Jay? Oh shit. Y'all funny. Y'all Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. What the fuck? Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Jay. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Please, don't do that. Just stop trying to get Saquon and stop trying to give up Cheetah and stop trying to give up Pierce and stop trying to give up Swift, bro. Swift is about to turn your team around right now. All right, Swift is about to turn your shit around. Okay. Oh, I need RBs. Why do you need RBs? Who's your RBs? Bro, you've got Pierce, you've got Swift, and who else you got? You got Swift and Pierce, and who else? Who else do you have at RB? Did I forget? I don't remember. Did you say J Will or something? I don't remember. Ace for Chubb. I mean, Ace is going to be great for you to have coming back into the playoffs. Oh God, you got Murray Crust. Oh God, yeah. In that case, then yeah, if you can get rid of Chase and get Chubb, absolutely, I'd do it, bro. I'd do it. That's bad. You don't want, yeah, you're not winning going that way. So you've got to make that move if you can. I mean, I don't know if the Chubb owner is even going to do that, being that Chase is out for a while. But yeah, absolutely do that, Jay. Get rid of Get rid of Chase. Go get yourself Chubby. 'Cause you could even then trade Chubby for a top wide receiver and an RB maybe at the same time. We just talking about Swift. Go fucking trade Chubby for Swift and Swift plus a wide receiver. You rather Adams or Chase? I mean, it depends. If you need to win to get into the playoffs, then yeah, you're gonna need Adams. You're not gonna need Chase. But if you think you've definitely gonna make it in the playoffs regardless, then I'd rather have Chase, I think, for the playoffs. But then again, at the same time, bro, we don't know if Chase is coming right back. We don't know how bad this injury is or if it's gonna heal properly. He might miss more time than we think. So it's tough. I think I can trade for both. Trade for both. Who? Jrob and Swift? That would be fucking sick if you can. Or are you talking about yeah. Yeah, that'd be sick if you could. Where was I at? Ravens? No, not Ravens. Raiders, Saints. Raiders at the Saints. I mean, fucking Raiders, bro. Nobody thought they'd be fucking 2-4. I told everybody David Carr is not the fucking guy. He's not. He's never finished as an RB1. Never. Never finished higher than RB2. The guy is just is what he is. He's a good QB. He's not a good fantasy QB. Um, just what it is, and we're seeing that already. Um, so I'm gonna go with the Saints here. Saints are playing at home. Andy Dalton is the guy now. Apparently, they're benching Jameis, so Andy Dalton is the man. Mara has been playing well, so Olave, of course. I mean, Michael Thomas is down, and Landry is down, and it's not stopping Olave. Olave is playing great right now. Um, What else? Yeah, Michael Thomas again, out again another week. If you follow me, I told y'all do not draft Michael Thomas. Do not do it. Don't draft Michael Thomas. Don't draft Julio Jones. Both of those have come to work out so far. It's just hard with these older guys that get hurt. Raider side of the ball, Jacobs fucking beasting. Um, Doing great. Vontae's doing his thing. I mean, Renfro's all right. Waller's out again, pretty much. I mean, they can't stay healthy either. The only definite is Jacobs and Adams. It's the only 2 guys you can try and rely on. I mean, Adams he's got 5 touchdowns right now, so he's actually playing well. Now this is oh shit. Get rid of either Chase or Adams for Chubb. Yeah, if you can get rid of Chase and get Chubb, unless you're like fucking yeah, I'd rather get rid of Chase just because we don't know what's gonna happen, bro. We don't know. We don't know if he's gonna come back. We don't know if he's gonna get hurt. I mean, if he's gonna come back healthy at that time or if it's gonna linger on, we don't know. So I would just be careful. I would rather trade Chase and keep Adams, in that particular case, man. We've got the yeah, Jacobs has been absolutely killing it. So then we've got the Pats at the Jets. The Jets have been playing real good. No Brees this time. And I think they're going to struggle. I think the Patriots come away with this one. They always have a good defense. They're always a top 10 defense. You've got Mac Jones and Zappy. Apparently, both of them are going to play. Zappy's looked great. He looks really good. He can really throw the ball. He can sling it. Myers has been great. Jet side, obviously, Brees Hall goes down, so Carter is going to be the guy. They trade for Jrob. Now, Jrob probably won't get too many snaps. I think Carter comes away with most of the work out of this one, and then going forward, it's going to be kind of that 50-50 split. Um, Elijah Moore finally is going to play. I mean, they're not even throwing the ball that much, so it's hard to start any of those guys at wide receiver over there. If you had to play one, I guess Garrett Wilson. If you got to play a running back, Michael Carter is a fine play this week. Like I said, I think he gets most of the work because J. Rob just got there. As far as the Patriots are concerned, Stevenson is just running away now. I mean, I think Harris had like single digit carries last game. So Stevenson is starting to take over that backfield, which looks great. So great if you have him, especially when you drafted him pretty late. But yeah, we're going with the Patriots there. We've got the Steelers at the Eagles next. The Eagles have such a fucking easy schedule. It's like upsetting almost how easy their schedule is. I'm gonna go with the Eagles here, but I'm hoping that Pickett can get some shit going with Deontay or Pickens or something. Najee needs to do something so that it gives us an opportunity to trade him, whether it's redraft or dynasty. So we're just hoping that Najee can get something going. But I mean, this guy's getting hit in the backfield like before he could even get going. Um, but yeah, the Eagles are looking for a running back. Like I said, they were in the sweepstakes for Kamara, and don't be surprised if they draft an RB next year. It was a possibility they drafted an RB this year. They didn't. So let's see what they do next year coming up in the draft. They could very well draft a running back if they don't take Kamara. And Jameer Gibbs seems like a guy that will fit perfectly, who can catch the ball and run the ball. So don't be surprised if the Eagles go draft the RB next year if they wound up not getting Kamara right now. Um, yeah, we talked about the Steelers a little bit, Eagles. I mean, Devonta Smith's been getting targets. AJ Brown has been not so great the last few, but I mean, I wouldn't be too worried there. They're kind of just blowing out some teams. They're scoring points. They're doing well. So, but yeah, we're still gonna go with the Eagles. The Eagles to win that shit. Yee, yo, what up, Yee? Go Birds! Oh, Yee's an Eagles fan, I guess. Yeah, I mean, listen, bro, they're 6-0. They're good. I mean, you can't say anything. The only thing I can say is that they do have an easy schedule, so I don't know how good they're gonna be in the playoffs once teams, because once you get to the playoffs, that's it. They're game planning for Jalen Hurts. They're game planning for that running shit. And we've seen, what it does to Lamar Jackson in the playoffs when teams are actually really focused on stopping you and making you throw the football. So we'll see how that turns out in the playoffs for the Eagles. Let me know what y'all think about that, because once it comes down to the playoffs, I mean, these defenses are going to hone in on Jalen Hurts. Lincoln, what up, Lincoln? Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate all y'all. Guys offering me JJ and Ertz for Andrews and CMC. 1.5 tight end premium and Dynasty. Who's offering you JJ and Ertz for Andrews and CMC? Absolutely. Absolutely hit smash, bro. Especially in Dynasty. You want the wide receiver. You don't want um CMC. But you lose Andrews. Fuck. My bad. I didn't read that right off the bat. I don't know if I want to lose Andrews here, bro. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because if you wanna go get a wide receiver, you can just trade CMC straight up for a wide receiver, or CMC and something for a top wide receiver, instead of losing Andrews, especially in the tight end premium. Because I mean, if you've I don't know if you heard me on the last one, I don't know, on one of the last lives, I was talking about the tight end premium, that it's almost like a scam. It makes you believe that the tight end is worth so much more, and they are worth so much more if they're those type tight ends like Kelsey and Andrews. If they're not, it's you can just play any tight end. It's not a big deal, at least for me. That's kind of how I look at it. You still own Kelsey and Greg Dolchich, so it'll be good to have tight ends and still have good running backs with Joe Mixon, Kamara, Zeke. So okay, so you're pretty much. Can you give up Kelsey instead? I don't know if I want to give up Andrews, bro. Instead of just getting all that tight end, because that's giving you such an advantage, because these guys are actually really catching the ball a ton, Andrews and Kelsey. So I don't know. Don't have to, would help you win this week because I'm facing the guy who is a contender and I'm taking his top tight end and his top wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, no one wants to trade me their wide receiver. Well, no one wants to trade you their wide receiver right now, bro. But things change week in and week out. I mean, I was talking on here earlier how You can easily almost go and buy Drake London, Kyle Pitts in Dynasty for so much cheaper than you could have before the season. So it's it's rough, but yeah, n- Lincoln, how many do you start? Is it like a start 10, start 11? Um, or is it just like a standard, like two RBs, two wide receivers, and one flex or two flexes? Uh, I just I'd rather just keep Andrews and trade CMC for a wide receiver. Nobody wants CMC, bro. Can you trade CMC for somebody? I just Ertz is good for this year. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen going forward. Then you do get JJ. I know you still have Kelsey, but again, Kelsey's old as shit too. So then you're gonna lose Andrews and Kelsey maybe after this year or one more year. Who knows how long Kelsey's gonna be? And then you've got Dolchich, but Dolchich is gonna be okay. He's just gonna be a normal, regular schmegular. So I don't know if I really want to give up Andrews, bro. I mean, the value is not crazy far off, I guess, but I'd rather just trade CMC and something for a wide receiver. Somebody's gonna need a running back at some point if they don't already. So yeah, you're good at RBs. You've got Mixon, you've got Kamara, you've got Zeke. I mean, listen, this is Dynasty. I wouldn't say you're good at RBs. I don't love the Kamara or Zeke. I would be getting off them right now, dude. Even Mixon. But I mean, you are trying to win now, so I'm okay with Mixon and Kamara since you're trying to win now. But Zeke has got to go, bro. Zeke has got to go because you're gonna be stuck with him just dying. You're gonna be stuck with him dying there. Uh, Bap what else, Bap Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for me, man. Appreciate you there. Going through the comments, playing a family league sucks. Yeah, man, they do. Well, I mean, it's fun and it sucks. It sucks because people are so into what they think and what they know, and they're not willing to trade sometimes, and that can be frustrating. So look, trade Kelsey over Andrews, but I like watching Kelsey more. Does it more consistently. Listen, absolutely, but we're talking about dynasty, bro, and you want to just you want a guy that's gonna last you the longest. And like I said, Kelsey is awesome for this year. But if you can go get JJ and give up Kelsey, dude, go and do that now. Because then you're gonna get back even Ertz still, bro. So if you can get rid of Kelsey, keep Andrews because he's got more years, and just get rid of Kelsey now. Because if you're getting JJ, I mean, shit, you might even be able to ask for more on top of that. Can you get a pick back on top of that? A little third or some shit like that. Just something. But yeah, I'd rather get rid of Kelsey, man, than Andrews in a heartbeat, especially for dynasty, bro. I know he's more. I know. I like Kelsey more, and he's more. Yeah, so you need to get more back then. Go get more back. But if you're getting JJ and you're giving up Kelsey, dude, that's a trade that you need to make. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree with me there? Do you think he definitely needs to trade Kelsey if he's getting JJ? Or definitely want more because Ertz ain't really much. JJ would be great, but JJ and Kelsey in itself is decently close, and you got CMC. It just depends on your league, but with everyone, but everyone is a goddamn scumbag. Nobody wants to make moves and shit, losers and pussies. Yeah, I know, Bapchap. Unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes. I'm in, a league like that as well, where that just happens. People want 2023 first for a guy like Michael Thomas. Yeah, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing yet. You'll realize it over time. I know it's rough, Lincoln, especially in some of these startup leagues where people don't really understand dynasty yet. I mean, Michael Thomas is worth like a fucking fourth round pick, uh, if that. If you have him on your team, you're pretty much. I'll take anything. Give me a third, I'm thanking you. First year playing fantasy, and I'm addicted. Joined two other ESPN beginner leagues, and I'm having a better time than this family garbage. I mean, yeah. Listen, Bapjap, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Just join us. I mean, we're chilling. We build a little we're building a little community here, so definitely come on in. One QB, one super flex, two RBs, three wide receivers, two flex spots where I can start RB wide. Yeah, so if you can start five wide receivers, I'm focusing on five wide receivers more than my running backs. I'm getting rid of RBs and I'm getting as many top wide receivers as you can get, especially young guys, especially if you're playing a league where fucking guys want a first for Michael Thomas. Jesus Christ. What do you think you can get for some of those RBs you got there? I mean, take advantage. Go grab you top young wide receivers and nominate three wide receivers and two flex positions, and then you can worry about your fucking running backs after. Um, we're a bit weak on wide receiver. Yeah, you need. Oh yeah, you're definitely weak at wide receiver. You've got Keenan Allen and you've got Adam Thielen in a dynasty league. Shit. Absolutely. I would just flip I would totally change course, dude. I would flip all the RBs you have and go grab wide receivers. Young wide receivers if you can. You've got to. People need RBs. They're gonna want RBs. They'll be willing to give up guys that have been fucking hurt or not producing up to par, as I've always been saying. I keep saying St. Brown. Um, go out and get him if you can. CD Lamb, go out and get him if you can. If you can get off of one of those RBs and go get yourself Swift, go get him if you can. Even though, like I said, I want you to stock up on wide receivers because if you can stock up on young elite wide receiver talent, you could be in business. Somebody's going to want Keenan Allen, especially that Mike Williams is out. If you can combine Keenan Allen with one of those running backs, I mean, shit, you could probably get somebody really good, especially if people are playing it like it's straight up redraft. Kevin says he'll take JJ all day if it's dynasty. Yeah, I love it too. I would just rather give up, I think, Kelsey than Andrews. Let me know what you think, Kevin. Would you still do it with Andrews if you can get away with giving away Kelsey instead? Weird situation because most of the league doesn't own old assets. Oh, or doesn't want old assets. Okay, so I can only trade CMC to a contender, and they won't pay much for him. Someone offered me ETN, bro. Fucking go get ETN right now, bro. Go hit accept right now. Yesterday, dude. You're getting ETN for CMC. Yes, you do it. See if you can even get something back. Let him throw a pick to you, third round pick, fourth round pick. Just get something, anything. Be like, bro, send me CMC or you send them CMC in the third. Fucking send it over. Absolutely, that's the perfect move that you want to make. Especially if you know you're not able to get a wide receiver. I want to get a wide receiver. I don't want, I'd rather not have ETN. I'd rather get a wide receiver. But if you're unable to go that route, definitely go from CMC to ETN. But try and get plus because use the age to your advantage and see if you can get something plus. So it's not just a 1-1. And these dynasty trades, guys, always just try and get something back. Always try and get something back. Like, yeah, like I said, if you can just get something back, that'd be great. If you can, even still, I would probably take it. But if you can get something back, I'd love to. I mean, I'm saying use it like you're trading away ETN. Use CMC going to the 49ers as a plus to try and get something back also um, for ETN. Luca Magic, what's up, Luca? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, give up Kelsey instead. Absolutely, Kev. So yeah, I mean was it Lincoln, give up Kelsey instead if you can, definitely. I agree. Kevin agrees with that. I'm a trade junkie. Listen, in Dynasty, you've got to be, bro. You've got to be. You're constantly trading assets. You're constantly trading the. It's just currency, bro. They're just currency. You're just trading and trading and trading. You don't have to love what you get back as long as other people want that. You can go and do it. Like I said, I just traded for Hollywood. I don't want Hollywood. I don't want him. I don't want him on my dynasty team. So I'm trying to flip him currently right now. But if I don't get something good, I'm just gonna wait till the end of the season and trade him then. So we'll see what happens. Doesn't own any picks for the year and won't trade 24s. You won't trade 24s? Any 20? Okay, so can you just get a player that he has on his bench that has some upside, some kind of upside that gives you some kind of chance? You just don't want to go straight up. You just want to, even if it's you take a chance on something, it could be anything. because that player that you get in return, even if they don't do anything for you, somebody else might want them. Does he have a backup running back on his team that you can grab? You go take that backup running back and you trade it to the guy who has the starting running back, and you get the 3rd round pick or the 4th round pick. You're just turning it into something, you know, even if you don't need it or like it. So if you can't get the picks, just try and get an additional player. Like I said, backup running back is probably the best because people always need those, and they'll send you like a 3rd or 4th just to protect their investment into their starting running back. No one wants an old running back. I've tried to trade Zeke, and everyone's response is, "I hate Zeke, wouldn't pay one fat." Yeah, you kinda screwed yourself with Zeke. You might have to die with Zeke, but, um I mean, listen, if Pollard gets hurt, let's just I don't know when your trade deadline is, but let's just say Pollard gets hurt and then Zeke is the guy, somebody might pay Zeke. If you could get a second for Zeke, you take a second at this point. If you get a third, maybe you get a third, but if people aren't going to buy him, then you're kind of screwed with them. So, yeah, if you can trade CMC for ETN, and it seems like people in your league, uh, they want these younger guys. So, if you can get rid of CMC and get ETN, then I think I'd like to do that. Um, I'll go on the ETN side, especially if people are trying to, if they like those younger guys as well, because nobody wants the old running backs. Somebody will want ETN. So if you get rid of CMC, then you have ETN. Now, can you trade ETN for a wide receiver, for a top wide receiver? A few minutes behind, by the way. It's all good, Lincoln. So yeah, so now I would say if you can go and get ETN, can you trade ETN now for a nice young wide receiver? Or combine ETN with something for a top young wide receiver? Or you could even keep ETN, but I think right now you said you need receivers. I think you showed us your receiver room, so I'd absolutely try and get some receivers. You need to get the hell away from Keenan Allen. Was it Keenan Allen that you had on your team, I think? I don't remember. Yeah, you've got Keenan Allen. You've got to get rid of that, bro. Especially, bro, with your wide receivers, if you can get rid of all the running backs that you have and just get wide receivers and picks, I would do that. I would just not even win this year. Just try and get the 101. So you can draft Bijan. Or if you get a top pick, at least you can get Gibbs or something. Yeah, I would just because next year's class is rich on RBs. I trade all your RBs, dude. You don't have a good enough team to compete right now, I don't think, with your wide receivers that you have and then guys being injured. So I would trade all of those running backs for picks and wide receivers, and I would stock up on next year. That's what I would do. Oh, he offered you ETN when he was doing bad. Yeah. I wish you would have fucking told me earlier or let me know earlier because I've been on ETN before the season started, even when Jrob was going off those first couple weeks. Um, I knew ETN was gonna become the guy. So that sucks. Shit. I would have definitely did that. But yeah, he probably does want Arbor to legged out. I thought that was recent. That's why I was like surprised. Like, what? He's trying to give you ETN for CMC. Like, so see if you can get more, I guess. But obviously, that's probably not going to happen now. But yeah, if you can do that 1-on-1, I'd do that. Let's see. Titans at Texans. I got the Titans in this one, I guess. Texans just playing horrible. But Damian Pierce obviously was looking good. Nico Collins, not sure if he plays. Brandon Cook's in trade talks, so we'll see if he gets traded or goes anywhere. Right inside, I mean, they've got no wide receivers really doing anything. Burks is still not playing. Tannenhill, I think, was questionable. So they're 4-2. They win. I don't know, bro. They still win. So it's tough. I don't know if Malik Willis sees the field this year, especially if Titans keep winning. So, but yeah, I'm going Titans there. We've got the Commanders, the Colts. Oh shit, you're ranked second in your league. Okay. Well, that I mean, okay, that changes things. Let's see, it's always good to know, the context, so obviously you can't go that route then. So, yeah, I mean, how are you the 2nd best team with those wide receivers? Jesus. Um, so listen, go ahead and win then, I guess, if they everyone else is taken. Um, I guess you might as well go out and win. Let's see if I can find your team here. Yeah, I mean, you've got Thielen, Alec Pierce, Rondo Moore, Bateman, EK. I mean, you need to somehow get picks or some young wide receivers. I mean, Adam Thielen is not going to. Sorry, Adam Thielen and Keenan Allen could be nothing next year. I mean, Rondo Moore is like a wide receiver 4, wide receiver 3 on his best day. Bateman's a wide receiver 3 with, some wide receiver 2 upside, I guess. I mean, you definitely need to do something at wide receiver, and if you can't trade any of those RBs for wide receivers, can you go I mean, like I said, any of those hurt guys, I mean, can you get guys that aren't producing, like I always mention, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, I mean, any of those guys, maybe that you can get, but if everybody's tanking, it's gonna be tough. Shit, it's gonna be tough. I almost don't know what to say. You're gonna have to, like, hit me regularly, like, make sure you follow me on Instagram, hit me in the DM, if you've got some trades and shit, Dynasty Life Fantasy, this way, at least I can try and give you a little advice before you do anything, but, kinda just gotta poke around and send a bunch of offers. Listen, in my dynasty leagues, always got, like, at least in trades in my outbox that I've just sent out to people. You never know, who's gonna accept or who's gonna just respond back and actually have a conversation or negotiation about it. Totally fine if Keenan Allen is trash next year. Well, no, well, you don't wanna be totally fine with that because then you lose everything. You don't get nothing out of them. You get no value out of them, and they just die on your team, so you don't get any assets for them, you know? Got them for cheap. What the heck? No, I'm saying Lincoln, if you follow me on Instagram, you can DM me, like, any kind of trades that you're thinking about doing or anything in your inbox, you can DM me about it if you want. This way I can hit you one-on-one, and get you an answer, that's what I'm saying. This way I can try and help you out, if you're getting any trades during the day and shit, if it's not when we're, recording and shit. But Commanders and Colts. Colts are starting the rookie. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They're not playing Matt Ryan, so that's. I mean, they're 3-3. I don't know. I mean, I guess Matt Ryan didn't expect it, but he ain't playing good. So expect JT to just get a tremendous amount of work. So I think they're gonna go back to leaning on the run game a lot and heavy. I think that downgrades Michael Pittman a little bit. I mean, what's his name? Campbell had a decent 2 weeks. I'm not rushing out or being excited about Campbell, especially with the rookie coming in. We've got Heineke on the other side, gets to start again. Has a little thing with Terry McLaurin, so it's exciting to see for Terry that he can get a little bit more work with Heineke. It looks like Heineke's a little more comfortable with him. So and then you've got the whole B Rob thing again. I don't love B Rob, so it just is what it is. He's not very efficient. And we've seen that, and we saw that. I mean, Gibson just looked better. And Gibson catches a touchdown too. So yeah, we're going with the Colts there. We've got the 49ers, the Rams. Going with the 49ers here. Even though the Rams are playing at home, I mean, they've played just shitty. They don't look good. I don't know what's going on with Stafford. I don't know what's going on with Allen Robinson. catch the touchdown last week, I think it was, but I don't know what's happening. I mean, 49ers finally CMC says they're getting the full reins. He knows the playbook now, apparently. So we should see a full dose of CMC in that offense. No Debo Samuel. So Ayuk gets the boost. Ayuk gets the boost. Send you my team for this week on the DMs. All right, cool, Lincoln. Cool. If you want to send me if you look in the description of the video, I believe I have on the bottom or maybe even on the top there, whatever. Just look in the description. It's got a bunch of info on there of where you can find us. But our email is there. You can email me your dynasty team or teams if you want, and we'll go over it live here on the air with the other two analysts, with Hammer and Bagala. We'll go over your team live here on air for you and give you some suggestions and tips and pointers on what you should do. Kevin says PPR Jameson Williams or Traylon Burks. Woo, that is a good one. That's a really good one. I mean, obviously, Jamin Williamson was just the man coming out. Just don't know. Jameson Williams gives me vibe of that Sean Jackson, Henry Ruggs type guy with just tremendous speed that I don't know if it's gonna translate well. I just don't know. Don't know. And then it being on the Lions, St. Brown, they have their offense right now, right? The St. Brown is their guy, their short and midterm guy. Jameson Williams going to be a guy that's going deep and taking that edge off. And Jared Goff is not a guy that throws the ball deep. So Traylon Burks is not in a great situation either. I mean, obviously, but he is the number one guy there. I don't know what Malik Willis goes there, what that's going to mean for him, but I think I like Traylon Burks better. But at the same time, I think that Jameson Williams's name and his value is more. So I think that you can flip Jameson for more than you could Traylon Burks, but it's a tough one, Kevin. Shit. Still believe in Jameson Williams. I think he could still, of course, be really good. Obviously, he's got the tremendous speed and he was a tremendous college athlete and guy coming up. I just don't know. I think I just like Traylon better for whatever reason. Just something is risky about Jameson Williams. Unless they get a QB, maybe. I don't know, man. Do you think I wait a bit on the JJ trade? No, don't wait a bit because if you could get JJ, go and get him, dude. Trade Kelsey now because yes, just go give him Kelsey, dude. It's a tight end premium where you can get away with giving up. You still have Andrews, so really want to beat him. Forget about beating them. I don't think it matters. Don't worry about this week. Don't worry about winning this week. Worry about your fantasy team. What you need to do right now is your dynasty team. You need to get ready for, not get ready, but we're always looking towards the future, of course. But you want to make your team better in the long run and in the short term. So JJ does that for you. You'll go give up Kelsey, even though Kelsey's been killing it. Give up Kelsey when you take fucking JJ. I want JJ. Want JJ. Then you've got JJ and Andrews, and they're both young, and it's not like you've only got Kelsey for this 1 year or 2 years. If you can get off of Kelsey now, especially with what you've been telling me about the people in your league, get off of Kelsey now. Go do that. With Andrews, he could lose me my championship game. He's had bad games. Listen, everybody has bad games. Okay. Andrews is a guy that he's going to be hit or miss like Lamar Jackson, but when he hits, he hits. So it's just the risk that you're taking. And plus, it's the tight end position, man. It's not, you already have the advantage, man. What Andrews has a bad week and you still get solid points. compared to some other tight end that other people are playing. So don't think about it too much, Lincoln. You've got to think about it in the aspect of your team over the long haul. You're losing Kelsey, but you're gaining JJ, and you're gaining a ton of years. And you still get to keep Andrews. Go and make this trade. Then I would even go and trade. I would make this trade, and then I would take Ertz and go trade him for a second or third round pick if you could. Somebody's gonna want a tight end, or they might give up something, a wide receiver. Who knows? Um, yeah, not sure if he would take Kelsey. Yeah, just send it though. If you've got to send something else, then send something else too. But send it to him and see what happens. Don't wait. Forget about you're playing him this week. It doesn't matter. You need to get it done as soon as you can. So I would just send it and see what he says. He is giving up JJ, so he might want more. Got to give up more, then you give up more. That's fine. But you're getting JJ. You've got Andrews, you get to keep Andrews. So yeah, and you need a wide receiver. So you need JJ. I mean, you definitely need JJ. Listen, if you've got to give up Andrews, I mean, I'm not like totally opposed to it. Totally opposed to it because you do get JJ. But like I said, I'd rather not give up Andrews. Can you trade Kelsey and go get? I know you're trying to win now, but can you go get Kyle Pitts? I don't know. You got a few options, so just send it out, see what happens. You never know, man. You never know. Um, the Colts, I think, are going to pass the ball. I mean, are going to run the ball a lot more. You've got the Commanders there, who, like I said, Heineke and Murray's got a little connection. Dotson is out again, so that leaves Samuel to get some more work. And I know B-Rob and Gibson. I mean, Gibson, I just feel like is better, and they got him in the pass game now too. So, my bad. We were on the Rams and 49ers, weren't we? Yep. So we're going with the 49ers, CMC. Debo's out, so Ayuk is going to get more work. We don't know what's going on with Matt Stafford, but he just looks shitty. The whole Rams look shitty. I don't know what they need to do, but Cup is still doing his thing, of course, as usual. So you can always depend on Cup. We've got the Giants at the Seahawks. I hope the Seahawks will Giants because they not have DK, but Lockett has been playing pretty well. And I mean, the Giants, like I said, the Giants aren't a great team, but if they can somehow hold Saquon a little bit, I mean, Saquon is he's just on a fucking tear right now. 7 games in, 726 yards. I mean, shit, he's doing his thing. Daniel Jones, of course, good streaming guy. If you need a streaming guy, fuck it, I'm gonna give him Andrews taking the gamble. Listen, you get JJ, so it's not horrible, and you do still have Kelsey. It just sucks that he's old, but it's a good move. Of course, I'd rather have Andrews, but that's fine, bro. You got JJ, dude. So yeah, you got JJ now. You're set. You're set for a while. So good job, Lincoln. Just fuck it. Just do it, bro. Go get yourself JJ. Hopefully Dolchich becomes something anyway, but yeah, you've got Kelsey at least for the next few years, and hold on to him. Who knows how much longer he's gonna play? He might give you another 2, 3, maybe 4 years. Javier, what up, my G? What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in, man. Throw in any questions you got in the chat. Join us here. We're talking a little bit of Dynasty, Javier, but If you got redraft stuff, you could definitely hit us. We're talking a little bit of everything here tonight. Just chilling, hanging out for a little bit. Need some help in dying at wide receivers. All right, brother. Let's see what you got here, dog. I need some help in dying at wide receiver. Having lots of injuries. Currently 4-3. All right, you're 4-3, bro. No reason to panic. Reason to panic. Listen, most of the time, the sixth place or fifth place teams winds up winning the ship. It's not the first or second place team. So, full team PPR. All right. And this is redraft, guys. So, help me out. We'll help him out here. We'll help him out here. Joker, what up, Joker? Appreciate you coming in. Who to pick up for the next 2 weeks since Debo is out? Boobs, Campbell, Peoples Jones, Elijah Moore, Marquise Goodwin. You can cross out Campbell because with the rookie there, I don't have faith in that. Dubes I like, especially that Lazard is injured and won't play this week. So I love Dubes for the next 2 weeks. Peoples Jones is okay, but he's kind of hit or miss. Elijah Moore, we don't know until we actually see him do something. Marquise Goodwin with DK out is good. Can you only pick up one of these guys, Joker? I think I like Romeo Dubes the best. I mean, Peoples Jones has played good, but Lazard out. I mean, there's nobody else there, and Cobb is out as well. So I love Dubes' upside in that situation. So if I got to pick one of those, Joker, I am only one. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Romeo Dubes out of those with Lazard hurt. He's gonna have the opportunities this week, and hopefully next week he does as well. Marquise Goodwin, probably only this week. I don't know if he's gonna play the week. I don't know if DK will be back the week after. So I really like Dubes, but Peoples Jones has been actually pretty solid. Let me pull up his real quick. Yeah, I mean for 74, 6 for 71. I mean, yeah, I like Dubes' upside a lot more. Plus he'll get more of the targets. So we're going with Dubes there. Let me know what y'all think if y'all disagree or if y'all go with someone else there. Lincoln said CMC was good for me, but I'm kind of happy I'm getting out before maybe injury. Yeah, especially in Dynasty, bro. You don't want to spend on these running backs. You don't want to hold these running backs. You want to get the wide receivers. You want to build your core around your wide receivers, and then draft RBs or buy some old ones when that time comes. But yeah, get rid of these RBs. They're just gonna chew, and then people are not gonna want them if they get a little bit older, and then you're gonna be stuck with them, or you're not gonna be able to get rid of them for anything valuable. Joker. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Throw them questions in the chat if you've got. Hit that like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. All right, Javi. We got his team here. Mahomes, CD, Pittman. Javi, what was the question? My bad. Um, you just need some help at wide receiver. You're dying at wide receiver. All right. So we've got CD, Pittman, Michael Thomas. Yeah, that was a mistake. You should have followed me before the season. I told everybody do not draft Michael Thomas, but Swift, Kamara, Joku, Patterson, Foreman, Hawkinson just picked up Tony, Van Jefferson, and Elijah Moore. So CD's fine. Yeah, Mike Thomas is going to give you issues. Pittman now is a little bit downgraded with the rookie QB. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen there, but you do have Swift and Kamara. They're both healthy. You also do have Patterson and Foreman, which are both starting guys. Can you trade Foreman for a wide receiver? Can you trade Foreman and Elijah Moore, Foreman and Michael Thomas? Can you trade Patterson and Michael Thomas? Can you trade Patterson and Elijah Moore? Or Patterson and Michael Thomas? Yeah, I guess Patterson and Michael Thomas. It's rough. You got to combine something with something there. I don't know how much value you're going to have for Swift. People are right now just valuing him low because he hasn't played and he's been hurt. So I'm looking. You're going to have to. Problem is Michael Thomas is not playing. You don't have much. Listen, if you could trade Swift for a wide receiver, then I'd probably do that. And then I'd roll with Patterson and Foreman as your RB2s. They come back. I mean, when Patterson comes back, you could have, but yeah, you've got Foreman for the time being. So if you could come off of Swift for a wide receiver, like I said, it all depends on the people in your league. No one wants Michael Thomas. Exactly. That's why I told everybody not to get him, Javier. Come on. They offered me Hopkins and Thielen for Patterson and Pittman, but I'm still short. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for you. I mean, Thielen's okay, but want to give up Patterson and Pittman. But at the same time, if you then got to roll with CD, D Hop, you're losing Pittman and Patterson, and you'll still have Michael Thomas. You'll still have Swift, Kamara, and Foreman. I mean, it's not horrible when you really think about it, but yeah, because I think I'd rather have Hopkins than Pittman at this point, and then you're losing Patterson, but then you're gaining Thielen. It's not bad, Javier. I think I actually like it. Not bad. I just don't want Pittman now, especially that his value is just taking a hit, and now Hopkins you've got with no Hollywood, so he's getting more work. No, I wouldn't sell Swift for Hopkins. Would I? No, I probably want somebody more than Hopkins. Just I'd rather keep Swift and give up Pittman and Patterson, to be honest. For Amon for yes, 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 yes. That is a trade that you wanna make if you can. You can get Amon-Ra, that'd be awesome, and that I would be okay with giving up Swift. If you can get a piece on top of Amon-Ra, that would be awesome. I don't know if you can get a piece on top of Amon-Ra, but yeah, that would be sick if you can get like a little RB2, like I don't know, a Kareem Hunt or some shit like that. For Swift for Olave and Pierce, and they said no. Um, yeah, I mean, listen, you've got to find a team that needs an RB. That's what you got to do. Find a team that needs the RB and then go attack that. That's what you really need to do. Somebody has to need Swift in order them to take it. Somebody has to need Swift. So that's what I'd say there. Somebody's got to need Swift. That's the only way you're getting rid of him. Somebody that needs him or somebody that's got a losing record that needs to shake shit up, um, that wants to, spend on Swift. So, that's what I say there, Javi. What's I at? Try and see. Packers and Bills is the fucking was the next game here. Definitely going with the Bills. Hammer's not gonna be happy, but the Packers are about to get the ass whooped and about to be 3-5 in the division, man. Straight up for Diggs, but the guy's not folding. Guy is not folding. He has no RBs. Well, what else do you have to give up to get Diggs? I'd give up Swift plus. Can you give up Swift and MT? You give up Swift and who else did you have on there? I forgot. My bad. You give up Swift and fucking Joku or Hawkinson. I'd give up any of the tight ends to go get him if you need. Can you give up Elijah Moore with him? Can you give up Tony with that too? Hype him up on the Tony to Chiefs. I mean, yeah, if you can get Diggs, absolutely. Even if there's a chance you can get Diggs, you give up whatever you need to almost. Diggs. Got to give up him and a running back to get Diggs, then you fucking do that. You do that. No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. I'm chilling. I got all y'all guys. Appreciate y'all that are in here and hanging with me and discussing shit, whether it's dynasty or redraft. I am here. So Raphael, thanks for tuning in, man. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't for me there. Point 0.5 PPR, start one. Pittman, Sutton, or Foreman. Pittman, Sutton, or Foreman. Start one. I'm not starting Pittman because they got the rookie QB there. Is Russell Wilson guaranteed to play? Let's see if Russell Wilson is. Okay, so he's going to start in London. Um, or Foreman. Chuba is out. Chuba is out, so I don't really mind. Don't really mind playing Foreman because Sutton. I mean, Sutton's been good last game. I think he dudded it, but still had 9 targets. I mean, he hasn't done well the last 2 games. He's dudded the last 2 games. So yeah, I'm okay with playing Foreman, I think there, honestly. Foreman's gonna be the guy, he's gonna be getting the ball. Can't believe I'm saying to play Foreman over Sutton or Pittman. Definitely Pittman. Sutton is kinda close. Sutton is close. Oh my god, I don't know. I have to go with Sutton. They need to do something. It's hard to even trust them, so maybe Foreman is the way to go and just play it safe. He's gonna get 15 to 20 carries, so let's just go with Foreman. Fuck it. Yeah, we going Foreman, dude. Foreman turned it out for me last week, and now that Chuba's not playing, you expect even more work. Now I start Ertz in my flex and move up Joe Mixon to my starter. Yeah, if that's what you got to do, man, absolutely. I mean, you don't have to play Ertz in the flex. I mean, I know it's you get the extra points for the tight end premium, but I mean, Ertz didn't do great last game. I'm not pressed to play. Ertz. I mean, he's been solid, but now D Hop came back, and I don't know if that had to do with anything this week, but only 2 catches for 4 yards. I don't know. And on 2 catches on 4 targets for 21 yards, so I'm not sure. Might just play someone else in the flex. Let you know if I can pull some out. Yeah, Javier, let me know. Follow me on Instagram as well, Dynasty Life Fantasy. The link should be in the description there. You can always DM me to get direct access to me. So started Foreman and Atlanta defense mixed fan. Listen, don't worry about the defense. Don't worry about correlating the two. Whether you're playing somebody that is going against your defense, just play the best option. Defense is going to be what defense is. It's fine. It's fine that you're doing that. So don't think about it that way. Don't worry about it, bro. Adam Thielen. We got a rookie QB coming in for the Colts. We don't know what it's going to be like. Alec Pierce can absolutely have a better game, but we're going to go with the more explosive offense and Thielen, who's been actually pretty solid, if I'm not mistaken. Man, Adam Thielen's been playing solid. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8 targets, 4, 6, 8, 4, 4 catches. I mean, he's got 2 touchdowns the last, 4 games. They're playing Arizona. Yeah, I'm gonna play Thielen there. I'm not gonna be Alec Pierce. And guys, don't forget, Pierce was having these games when Ryan was throwing the ball 60 times and 50 times he was getting, these kind of targets. So, yeah, I mean, Alec Pierce hasn't. No, we're not playing Alec Pierce. Like I said, there was a ton of pass attempts that Matt Ryan was throwing. I don't expect that now. I expect them to run the ball a lot more with JT, especially with the rookie coming in to start. So I'm not playing Alec Pierce and Pittman. If you've got better options, you can do that. But telling me 3 of these guys to start, 1 in my flex and 1 in my wide receiver spot. Thielen, Ertz, Moore, Greg Dulcich, and maybe DK. I don't think DK's playing, so he's out. Elijah Moore, we don't know what the hell's going on there. We can't play him until we see him actually do something. Dolchich played well last game, so and then you've got Ertz. I mean, you've gotta play wide receiver, you gotta play Thielen, and then you've gotta play Thielen and Ertz. DK's not playing, Elijah Moore, you can't play. Dolchich, I mean, maybe I still like Ertz better, so yeah, I'm playing Thielen and Ertz. Rondell Moore, my bad. I do like Rondell Moore actually, so, um, and it's a tough one. Rondell Moore didn't do jack shit, uh, last week, though. I don't know if he wound up I think he got hurt. He played 89% of the snaps, but only fucking 2 targets. Well, yeah, and then you've got Robbie Anderson there as well mixed in. So yeah, I'm not gonna go with more there. I'm gonna go with Thielen and Ertz, Lincoln. We're gonna go Thielen and Hurts there, bro. Let's do it. Jesus Lopez, what up, Jesus? Thanks for joining in, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't. Help me out there. Who would be in your flex? Lamb, Stevenson, or ETN? God damn, is this an 8 team league, 10 team league? It's gonna be between ETN and Lamb. I have to go Lamb, I think, especially if you're playing them in the flex. Dak back. It's tough to not go ETN. That's something to actually really think about because ETN has been a monster lately. Um, now you've got Dak coming back for his second game. Let me see who they're playing Chicago. I mean, and you've got Zeke out. Listen, Lamb hasn't been great. He hasn't had over 100 yards in a game yet, but he's still receiver 19, and he was without Dak. Um, what? We're just gonna go ETN. He's gonna get all the work pretty much. There's not anybody that is there, so we're gonna go ETN over Lamb. I don't know. That's a tough one, but yeah, let's go ETN. It's hard to not go Lamb, but Rondell be getting me mad. Yeah, Lincoln. I mean, Rondell do be getting me mad. Him last year in the league, and I mean, especially Dynasty, bro. You got to get rid of him. Got to get rid of him. If he has a big game, get rid of him. Next game, get rid of him. Just you have to. He's never going to be more than a wide receiver 4, wide receiver 3 on his best day. Yeah, Bateman. He got hurt again. He wound up coming out. He's not healthy. He's not healthy. That's why he needed to go get JJ. So that was a good move for you because you needed a wide receiver. I mean, Bateman's a guy that's going to be hit or miss. Also, he's going to be either 3 for 30 or 4 for 104. I mean, that's just what it's going to be, for Bateman. I don't know if they wound up going to either draft a wide receiver or bring another wide receiver in. I mean, anybody with Lamar Jackson is it's just tough. They're not going to get the volume, guys. They're not going to get the volume. So it's um, real tough on that end. So yeah, we were going with the Bills in that one. I mean, obviously Diggs is going to do his thing. Josh Allen, Packer side, Aaron Jones looking a little bit better. Hopefully they can get him the ball more because that's what they need to do. They need to get Aaron Jones the ball. He's the best playmaker. And then now, of course, with Lazard out, I like Dubes this week a lot. With Lazard out, so keep an eye out for Dubes, or if you got him, if you can throw him in your flex, in deeper leagues, that'll be good. But yeah, we're going with the Bills there. I don't know what's happening with Aaron Rodgers, but I don't like him this week, especially against the Bills. I don't like him there. Someone else on my flex spot apart from Zach. 3 options. I like I need someone else on my flex apart from Zach. So if you don't want to play Zach Ertz, you've got Alec Pierce, Rondell Moore, or Dolchich. I think Dolchich is the way to go, but I don't know thoughts. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, Alberto is a healthy scratch, so I think Dolchich is just a fucking man now. I mean, look, he had a good last game, but still need 59% of the snaps. Oh, no, I think I'd wanna. I mean, if it's tight end premium, I guess you might as well take the chance on Dolchich because he might just give you what Rondell Moore does. But problem, Rondell Moore could easily give you fucking 7 catches for 70 yards. He's probably not going to get a touchdown. He's not going to get a ton of yards, but he'll get you the points for the reception. So yeah, I mean, if you're not going to play Ertz there, then why not play Ertz? If you don't, I guess if you don't want to play Ertz, then throw in. Man, I just want to see more from Dolchich before I rely on him. Rondell Moore, guess I'd rather just I'll take the chance on Rondell Moore, man, with only D Hop there pretty much. Jason said, "Would you trade Chase for Lenny and Boyd?" Yes. No, actually, I don't know. It depends, man. Can you are like what is your yeah? Dolchich got 21. Yeah, Dolchich. Damn, what? How the fuck are those? Yeah, now that yeah, he did have 6 catches for 51. Yeah, so we would do go Dolchich then. Now that you like threw the points out there and actually I can actually like see it instead of just imagine it. But then again, like is he gonna do that again though? Is he gonna get that again? I don't know. My other problem. Because the game before that, um what's his name was still a healthy scratch, Alberto, and he actually played a higher percentage of snaps in that game, which was against the Chargers, and he's only had 3 targets and 2 catches, so he did have the touchdown. So yeah, do we do that? Mm, yeah, I guess you can do that. I guess you can do that. I'm not mad at it. I just don't know what Dolchich is gonna give us, man. I don't know. Yeah. Did he 15? How the Oh, yeah, yeah, because he got the touchdown. That's why, because he had the touchdown. Yeah, absolutely. But if he doesn't get the touchdown, then we don't know. And it's not like the Broncos are out here scoring touchdowns on people because that's not what they do this year. They don't apparently like to score touchdowns. So but yeah, it looks like he's taken over. Alberto's healthy scratches, so not mad. Yeah, I'd start Dulcich. Just take that little upside. Fuck it. I mean, because like I said, Rondell Moore is just gonna get you catches. He's most likely not gonna score a touchdown. We say that now, and then watch him score a touchdown down at the fucking goal line. So, um, yeah, maybe we do roll with Dulcich Lincoln. It's just risky, being that we don't have a huge sample size for him. Yeah, he had the touchdown 2 weeks ago, but like I said, other than the touchdown, he woulda had a shit game, but yeah, I think maybe just go with Dolchich because even a couple catches will at least save you, but I would love to see more from Dolchich. We'll see how that goes. He's a good one, that you have on your team, which even makes that trade not hurt as much that you made, before as well, so mm. Let's see what game were we at? Last game, which is the Monday game, the Bengals and the Browns, right? So no Chase. But we've got Mixon will probably be in the mix. Of course, a lot more. Of course, Boyd is going to take over. That's so the Bengals are not really going to miss a beat. They're going to have Boyd Higgins out there with Mixon. So Mixon just needs some touchdowns. That's what he's missing. He was never really an efficient running back. He just scored a bunch of touchdowns last year that he never has before. So and he's got a ton of opportunities at the goal line. He's like almost leads the league. I think he's third or fourth in red zone or goal line opportunities. So he just hasn't been able to bang it in. And yeah, so we're gonna go with the Bengals for that one. Bengals, even though they're playing at the Browns. But yeah, we're gonna go Bengals there. I mean, Brown side of the ball. I mean, look, Peoples Jones has been getting some work. He's been playing well. We've got Brissett, who's been decent. Chubb is obviously killing it. Hunt is in trade talks. Wanted a contract extension. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So they may very well be moved before the trade deadline. Otherwise, I think they give him up for nothing because he's gone next year. So probably want to get something out of him. So don't be surprised if he gets traded or something there. Yeah, that is the games. That's the little roundup there. Any of y'all out there throwing any last questions or topics you want to discuss before I hop off here? Let me know. Appreciate all y'all watching out there or tuning into this or watching it afterwards. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We got Twitter now as well. So Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. Go check it out. And like I said, any kind of questions you have during the week or whatever, when we're not live, you can always hit us up in the DM on Instagram, Dynasty Life Fantasy. But otherwise, if I don't got any other questions out there, I will be out of here. If you haven't seen, check the Kenneth Skywalker shirt, okay, with the little lightsaber. Good shit. But other than that, we'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully, I got both of these guys with me tomorrow night, 10:30. We'll be answering more questions, chilling, hanging out. So definitely come and join us tomorrow if you ain't busy. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, same time. Other than that, guys, I guess I'm out of here if we don't have any other questions. Another tight end I own who is young and has some potential. Yeah, Bellinger, I like. Bellinger, I like. So yeah, you've got a couple nice young tight ends where it doesn't hurt as much to give up Andrews, especially if you're going to get JJ, and you desperately needed JJ on that team. So did you make that trade, Lincoln? By the way, I don't know if you made it or if that's something that's in your inbox that you're thinking about accepting or sending or what the case was. I don't remember. But my bad. If you accepted that trade, let me know, Lincoln, quick. I want to know if you actually the trade if you actually end up getting JJ the Andrews. But yeah, Bellinger is played well. I mean, he's got a bad injury to the eye socket. He was bleeding. That was a whole situation. Hopefully he's okay going forward. But yeah, he's a nice young solid tight end, especially tight end premium or dynasty leagues. A good young tight end to try and get for cheap. He's not going to cost you much depending on the league or depending how good, obviously, people are in your league. But anything else out there? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Throwing them questions in the chat before I get out of here. I'll answer any last questions. Let me know. Dynasty redraft, trade, start, sits, whatever y'all got. But yeah, Dolchich was good coming up, coming out. Um, so whoever wound up drafting Dolchich, whether it's tight end premium or two tight end, or I mean even one tight end, was a good player to stash there. Isaiah Likely looks good. If Andrews was to ever get hurt, as we saw last game, Likely steps right in. I don't know what that means for Dynasty. I don't know if he sticks around because obviously they've got Andrews. I don't know if he winds up going somewhere else once his contract is up or he winds up getting traded, but I don't know if they keep him, know, forever, especially if they've got Andrews, but we know what y'all think about Likely. A good player to stash in Dynasty. It's hard to stash a tight end in redraft. There's just not enough roster spots. But if you could have stashed them, um, so if you got Andrews, or even if you didn't, then you can just trade him for somebody. But in Dynasty, trade away Cheetah and Damian Pierce, and you get Chase and Jamison Williams. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I'll do it. At a Cheetah, it's basically Cheetah for Chase and Pierce for Williams. I'll take it all day. Go and do that right now, Kev. Dameon Pierce is a guy that drafted in the fourth round. Great RB, especially for this year. For this year, he's the guy. He has the reins. But if you missed it earlier, Kev, I was talking about how running backs in Dynasty, especially, don't get all soaked up on them because do we really think that do we really think the Texans are going to go into next year with Burkhead and Dameon Pierce? Those guys, I don't know. They're either going to get somebody or they're going to draft somebody. And, Pierce is just going to be that, kind of RB2, going to be split a little bit. He's not the workhorse down guy that is going to keep getting that work after this year. There's no way not going to get someone else in there. And, you get Jamison Williams on top of that. So I'd rather take the chance with Jamison Williams than I would with Dameon Pierce because then you get almost nothing from him. So absolutely go get Chase and JMO Kev. Remember the RB talk from the roster view, so trying to deal them. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen, that's an awesome move. You get Chase and you get Jameson, so you get a nice young wide receiver that's going to produce just as good as Cheetah, and he's years and years younger. He's tied to Burrow. On top of that, to look even deeper into it, you get trading away Pearson Hill, you're trading away points that you're getting this year, and you're getting Chase and JMO, who JMO is hurt and not even playing. Chase is out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So now you're getting a better pick in your draft as well because you're most likely going to be losing these games. So I love it even more, Kevin. Definitely do that shit. Definitely go do that now. Another contender who owns ETN said I plotting against him. Another contender who owns ETN said I plotting against him. He is now telling everyone to check their message, trying to run around and trying to make a trade. What do you mean plotting against him? Yeah, but yeah, if you can go get ETN, go and fucking get ETN. Even if you got to give up something else other than MC, because I remember you couldn't get a wide receiver, so that was fine because ETN might be easier to trade CMC. Go Najee for Mike Thomas. Just got Najee for Michael Thomas. Win or loss? Win ye? Shit, man. You're definitely getting a win. One and actually gonna get the 8 to 10 on it because Michael Thomas is pretty much useless. The guy can't stay on the field. Take the chance with Najee. I don't know if you're gonna be able to trade Najee. I'd love to flip him, especially if he has a good game. But yeah, I'd rather take Najee than Michael Thomas at this point. Yeah, win there. Lincoln says that's a win as well. Yeah, I agree. We agree here. San, what's up, San? Thanks for joining in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, man. Yeah, Patrick, I'm still on, bro. I'm here for the people, bro. And everybody's chiming in now and throwing in questions. So I am here. I'm still here, bro. My bad, San. Should I start AJ Brown or Kenneth Walker at flex this week? I mean, that is fucking tough. How do you even have that decision? I think Kenneth Walker at this point, the guy's going to get, 20, 25 touches. AJ Brown hasn't been, great. He's been good. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker. I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker there, bro. Wouldn't be starting him because I have Barkley, ETN, Kamara, and Walker. So he's just a mascot. Yeah, I mean, shit. Can you trade one of these guys? Goddamn. Can you trade one of those guys with AJ Brown to get a monster wide receiver or some shit? Can you do that? Because that would be cool. That would be good if you can do that. Colts or Jags D. Uh, um, I mean the Colts. They still got the rookie there. I went with Colts D last week. Think I could roll with Colts D. Well, no, Heineke moves the fucking ball a little bit for some reason, and the being that the Colt, I would hope the Colts really run the ball a lot more, take a lot of clock. But I mean, Russell Wilson is playing like absolute shit. All right, let's just go. We're gonna go out on a limb here. We're gonna go with the Colts D. Because I think they're gonna run the ball a lot more. And that might set them up, to sack uh Commander, so fuck it. Let's go with the Colts, man. That's a close one, though. You could go either or there. Sand said, I have Jalen Hurts at QB, so that's why it's tough because of the stack. Listen, stacks are great, but they're also not great because when they don't produce, you get screwed. So well, don't let that sway you. But yeah, I'm gonna start Kenneth Walker. I don't think I can't not start Kenneth Walker, unfortunately. That's what I told him. What do you mean playing against you? I laughed my ass off whenever. Yeah, I don't know what he means there. Leonard's finally healthy. Look, yeah, that's another thing, right? Leonard is finally healthy for the Colts. Um, and look, they could get to the QB. So, and you got Heineke back there. I mean, I don't think the Commanders are going to put up a shit ton of points, but you never know. Also, so. But yeah, I'm rolling with the Colts there, Patrick. I was thinking of ETN and Olave for someone like Hill. Because Hill owner just lost Brees and needs running back help. You want to give away ETN and Olave and get Cheetah. Yeah, you've got like what the 3 or 4 other awesome running backs. So yeah, if you got to give up somebody, I'd rather not give up ETN though. Who else did you have? You've got Barkley, ETN, Kamara, and Walker. Yeah, that's tough. Shit, who the fuck do you give up? But yeah, if you got to give up ETN, do you have to give up Olave? Can you give up something else? I mean, ETN is beast enough. But yeah, if you got to give up those 2 for Cheetah, I think I'm okay with that. That's who I switched to today. Yeah, Patrick. I even last week I had the Colts D over. I forgot who it was. Eagles maybe. I don't even remember. I also have Higgins. You think him over both of them? Higgins over. Hold on, Sam. Let me go back to that real quick. Oh, Higgins over both of them. Yeah, I mean you've got no Chase, so do love Higgins. Do you play Higgins over Kenneth Walker? God damn, such a tough one. Listen, what are your other wide receivers? Can you fit Higgins into your wide receiver slots? What wide receivers are you playing over Higgins, especially with Chase out? Because that's going to be tough. I might have to roll, with Higgins there, but the Seahawks are playing the Giants. I'm going to suspect they are going to run a lot. You got Jay Jettis and Diggs. God damn. Yeah, you've got a nice team there, San. So, um, I think I'm still gonna go Kenneth Walker. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Kenneth Walker. He's the guy that's gonna get the most touches. We know that he's gonna get that work. Uh, let's see. Thought and Fournette. Should I trade? Sit on? What should I do? You can hold on to Fournette. I mean, Unless you've got other running backs and you can trade Fournette for a wide receiver, I mean, then yeah, just hold him. I mean, he'll be fine. He still scored the touchdown. I mean, you're good there. JT and Pollard at RB1 and 2. Who's your second RB? Is that your second RB that you're playing all year? Or you're just playing for this week you're probably talking about, yeah. Because what's his name? Zeke is out. So yeah, that's a good play. Let's see. Tony not relevant at all in redraft. Yeah, I mean this is tough. I had just put out a video on Instagram and I think I put it as a short too on YouTube. Um, it's more of a dynasty implication than a redraft. I mean, on redraft, you got to think about it. They've got a ton of wide receivers there. Number one, so he's got to somehow get on the field. Number two, he's always been hurt, so he's still got to get on the field to stay on the field. And number three, he's still got to learn the playbook and all that. So it's not going to be this week or next week. I think it might take a few weeks if he even gets acclimated in. But again, they spread the ball around so much that I'm not so sure that they're gonna put things together just for Tony, like, and feature Tony. So I don't see that happening. So in redraft, I mentioned I'm not going out to grab him. Not going out of my way to grab him. If you can stash him on your bench, absolutely, he's worth a stash on your bench. If you can afford that roster spot, then definitely. But I'm not, like, looking for him to do anything really this year, but in Dynasty, he is very interesting. Do you think White will be taking a lot of his production? No, because he hasn't been. I mean, yeah, he gets some pass work and some run work, but at the same time, that's good for Fournette. You don't want Fournette to get burnt out or get hurt like he did last year when he was taking on so much work. He can still be productive if he's getting, 75%, 70, like 65, 70% of the snaps. Which he's actually getting more of than that, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up his oh come on. Let me pull up his shit real quick. I still had 70% of the snaps, had 13 fantasy points. I mean, listen, they're in bad game scripts where they're just losing games and not been able to do anything. So, but the fact that he's still involved in the passing game, it's good. He wound up getting the touchdown, so that saved him. I wasn't a huge fan of Lenny coming in. I mean, but if you got no other running backs, then what are you gonna do? Like I said, if you can get a wide receiver for him, do that if you need a wide receiver. But if you've got nobody else at RB, I mean, it's gonna be hard to go lateral and get an RB that's good. Why would somebody want to give that up? You know what I mean? Well, your running backs for every week are Eckler and JT and K9. Oh, okay. So yeah, Sam, you're Gucci then. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you've got a nice squad over there. Definitely got a nice squad. Like it. Definitely like it. Yeah, I appreciate you hopping in, San. Make sure you subscribe if you're not. San, are you subscribed? Make sure you subscribe. This way you can join us all the time. We've always got 3, 4, 5 people in here regularly that are, talking in the chat and discussing things, topics, you can disagree with things, you can agree, whatever it is. We're all pretty friendly and cool here. Um, you have Swift, Pierce, your wide receivers are Hill and Adams. I just subbed. Awesome, Sam. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, make sure you tune in. We're live every Friday night, Saturday night, 10:30 till about 1 or so. I'm usually here Friday night, Saturday night, Monday nights, Sunday mornings, 11 to 12 Eastern. So make sure just hit that bell so you can get the upcoming lives and when I'm live on so you can come in and join us here. Um yeah, guys, I mean, it was fun. I think I'm about to get out of here now. I don't know what time zone y'all are in, but it's 1 in the morning over here for me. Think I should trade T. Higgins for Swift straight up. Not right now. No, Higgins is killing it. Do you need a running back? I forgot. No, your running backs every week are Eckler, JT, and Walker. You don't need Swift. There's no reason to do that. Just hold on to Higgins. Higgins is fine, man. There's no reason to do that. No reason to do that. You're good there, man. Definitely good there. No reason to go take the chance on Swift and lose Higgins on top of that because you've got enough good running backs where it just doesn't make sense to do that. Last questions, throw them out there. Got a couple more minutes for y'all. I'm just gonna stick with my squad. Yeah, man. You've got a nice squad. Like I said, you've got a killer team. So stick with where you're at. You're good there. Definitely good there. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna get out of here tonight. Tomorrow night I'll be on again, 10:30 Eastern, so probably 12:30, 1 o'clock, same kind of thing. Make sure y'all join in. Hit me up with your questions and shit. So since you see my wide receivers and running back, do you think I should get a different wide receiver or just keep Penny? What Penny? Um, you've got Swift and Pierce. So your wide receivers are Hill and Adams. Who's Penny? But, yeah, maybe that typoed. Maybe you're trying to. Oh, Lenny. My bad. You've got Swift and Pierce. I mean, I like Lenny just in case Swift gets hurt or Pierce gets hurt. I like to have Lenny on the bench. I mean, you've got Cheetah and Adams, so I don't think you need a wide receiver. I'd rather just probably just keep Lenny and play him in the flex. But again, it depends what you can get for Lenny. Shop him around, definitely. Shop him around and see what you can get. If the right deal is there, then you do it. If not, then you just hold him. But there's no harm in trying to just shop him around and see what you can get for him. You don't have to trade him or just see what's out there. The trade works, it works. If not, then you just hold him. No big deal to you. No big deal to you. Right? But yeah, also we'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully the rest of the crew's with me. Hopefully Hammer and Bagala are with me. So we could get a nice show going tomorrow. Like Debo, you like him for Lenny or no? Yeah, I like Debo for Lenny. I think his floor is great. He hasn't been killing it, Debo, but his floor is really good. He's getting you at least 10 points a game where, Lenny was doing great, but their offense just hasn't been that great. And the chances that he gets 20 carries are slim now. They're just not playing good. They're down in games. I mean, yeah, I like Debo. I definitely take Debo for Lenny. But then again, Debo just got hurt, so now you got to watch out for that. And Debo's got a hammy, and hammies tend to linger, so you've definitely got to be careful. You definitely got to be careful with Debo. Um, where is he? Yeah, he's out this week, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a hammy, so it's a risk to go get him. But they are on a bye in week 9, so he does get 2 nice full weeks of rest. And he's a young guy, so I'm not as concerned about that as I am like with a guy like Keenan Allen, the older guy. So yeah, if you can go get Debo, I mean, yeah, I'd love to have Debo. Um, you can probably trade Debo in something and get an even better wide receiver. So it's just another route you can do. It doesn't have to be just that one trade. You can make another trade afterwards. But anytime, Alto. I'll see y'all tomorrow because I'm about to get out of here too. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be on here 10:30. And we'll be chilling. We'll be having some fun. But thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.